Pro Rodeo under the covered grandstands at the Shelby Fairgrounds. Friday and Saturday, July 16th and 17th.
NASCAR heads to New Hampshire.
The fans of New England are on their feet, and they're here today to see them race at Loudon, New Hampshire.
It's the Foxwoods Resort Casino 301.
Kyle Busch looks to the inside now of Denny Hamlin. They drag race down the front stretch. Busch edges ahead, rolling into one.
Levitt just really ran into the back of the 12 in the middle of the corner.
The Foxwoods Resort Casino 301. Sunday, July 18th at 2 p.m.
On Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Take advantage of a special offer on the versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. You own the land. Now, make it yours. Get the Kubota BX 2380 for payments as low as $99 a month.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, off Highway 74 at Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. If you're in the market for new flooring, go to this area's most recommended flooring store. That's Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Flooring America in Kings Mountain is where friends send friends for their flooring needs. And right now, you'll find the ever-popular luxury vinyl plank for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot, all during the Fresh Start Flooring Sale. Give your home a refresh with one stop at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, online at flooringamericakingsmountain.com. Laughlin Furniture has been serving Shelby, Lincoln, and the surrounding areas for over 32 years. They carry a large variety of living room, bedroom, and accent furniture from top brand names like Ashley, Bassett, Jackson, Catnapper, Joe Fred, Troutman Chair Company, Vaughn, Bassett, and more, plus a large selection of top quality mattresses. They offer great products to suit any budget. Laughlin Furniture, home of the real deal.
Real deal.
Call them at 704-484-3204 or stop by 400 North Lafayette Street in Shelby. They'll make you feel at home. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and at LaughlinFurnitureOutlet.com. Home of the real deal.
Real deal.
The game plays right here.
Are you ready for some football?
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, and WCSL Cherryville Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
And welcome to another Saturday morning sports talk with Kevin Hastings, Hunter Yancey, Tom Centofanti, and Terry Reinhardt. And joining us today instead of Hunter is Matt Chapman. Did I say that correctly?
I'm just surprised. Did you do the research to get his name?
No, I saw
forgot
you
to
bring his
tell you.
picture up on the computer, and then I saw.
So you were
Matt
observant this
Yes, I was being observant this morning. That way, I would actually get his name right. I didn't want to ask, so I was like, "Well, I'll just try and find it another way."
Well, hallelujah, JP. I'm proud of you. You could have, you have. Let me put it this way: when you have a new guest in the studio, and I forget to tell you, you are more than welcome to ask them their name so you pronounce it right. Just say, "Hey, I'm doing the intro. Okay, what's your name?" So I can say it right. And Matt, I'm going to tell you something. You got a better intro just now than Terry, Tom, anybody that's ever been here, right? I mean, usually it's Philip. Philip, who he's known and met 10 times. JB says, I have no idea who that is. Yep. So, welcome, Matt. Maybe if you do a good enough job today, JP will remember you by the 11th time you actually come into the show.
You'll be on his Star of Fame.
That's the goal. It's 11 times. That's when JP remembers you, right, JP?
Pretty much.
No love signs today.
No.
No hand signs. You gonna keep those down today?
Yes.
Have you ate yet? Have you started eating yet?
I have not just yet, but I am.
What'd you order this morning?
I ordered eggs and grits, and I got some toast with it. Although, to be honest, they look like they skimped on my eggs.
Well, JP,
but that's just me.
It's the chickens.
Terry, what was that about?
Well,
nothing.
Tom, what did you order this morning?
I had a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese on toast, as I do every week.
Well, I had my sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit down before y'all walked in the door. Terry, did you order something different this morning? I see you got a plate over there. What you got this morning?
All I had was liver mush, bacon, and toast.
Liver mush. How do you like your liver mush? My daughter loves liver mush.
I like it hard, where it's crunchy.
Okay, so it's complete opposite. So on her birthday was Tuesday or Thursday. We're going to sing to her in just a little bit. Today's her party, and so I said, "What do you want for?" And Tom, she's 7. You had a daughter. See if this rings true or not with you. I said, "What do you want for breakfast and lunch today?" She wanted to go uptown and get some liver mush. That's what my 7-year-old said.
Well, I tell you, I don't know what it is.
Does it eat liver mush?
It's either liver mush as if you love it or hate it. I guess if you put enough mayonnaise on it, you can eat it. My wife loves liver mush.
My
fries
mother
it up
does.
all the time. I just can't. I try it. It really doesn't taste like anything.
That's
I'm
very true. Very
the
true.
other day real quick, the other day on Twitter, I saw someone say that they would talk about foods, and it was like, name a food that you would probably like if it had a different name. And liver mush was one of the top nominees.
Yeah.
I wonder if does that make a difference?
You could call it hogs. Hogs organs.
Yeah. Or how about
what else could you call
it? Could sound a lot worse, I guess.
I mean, what else could you call it? Hogs organs.
My whole deal in behind liver mush, if I want liver mush, I'm going to buy liver mush. If I want something that's not hard, then you buy liver pudding.
Liver pudding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
the word liver mush, Terry, isn't liver crispy.
You know.
It doesn't say liver. So, well, anyway, she likes it mushy, and she eats 2 pieces. So that was her birthday wish for food. And then, of course, cake and candy and all that other stuff. But first, the liver mush. She had to get her protein, I guess. What'd you order this morning, Matt? Have you started eating?
Yeah. Just 2 egg plates, bacon, hash browns, biscuit. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, folks, let's quick introduce it. It is a different voice you hear on Saturdays on other channels and on LON and sometimes on CSL. You've heard his voice before. Matt Chapman's here today. I'm looking for Matt's name, and you're under Hunter today. Didn't think about that, but welcome, Matt, to the show. I gotta fix his camera. Let's get him all straightened up here, nice and tidy. There we go. That's better. So, welcome to the show, Matt. And as you can see, we've made some fun art for him, like I do all the other folks.
Yeah, nice.
Got you Denver. He's a Denver Broncos fan.
You got the old school logo too. I appreciate that.
Well, it's actually not.
No.
Look close. I don't know how good your eyes are. It's a version of the new horse on the as the old school logo.
Little piece, yeah.
What is that at his face? Is that smoke coming out of his nose, or is that a javelin going in his face?
I believe it's supposed to be smoke coming out.
Is that what it is? I've never known.
It's cold in Denver. It's
yeah.
Oh, is that what it is? The horse blowing. Jeez, they added that to the logo. But it was a new mock-up, and I was like, that'll look good. Tar Heels, of course. Matt's a UNC Tar Heel fan. Charlotte Hornets fan is local. And then you can see on his shirt, he's a Boston Red Sox fan. Don't get too many of those. Philip was in. Philip's one of those. And then that little hornet there, folks, that is a Salisbury Steak Hornet. Salisbury High School Hornet, Matt Chapman. Welcome to Saturday Sports Talk.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, as far as the Red Sox thing, well, I could do without that. The rest of them, I'm good with. But I honestly didn't know a single Red Sox fan until they beat the Yankees the year before they went to the World Series. Not one. None of my friends, no teachers. I've never met one in my life.
Really?
I didn't know anybody.
Adam Chapman?
I didn't know him when I was 12, fan? Terry. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, up until about then, I honestly didn't know. I've never seen one of my friends or anyone wearing a Red Sox hat.
I know a lot.
Dustin Day's one. I tell him all the time, like, you never wore a Red Sox hat until after they did that, and then. But anyway, they're everywhere now. So you guys are.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
You guys
now.
spread like cockroaches. So.
Winning will do that.
Well, welcome to the show and everything, Matt. So here, the first part of the morning. Tom, you want to talk about our friends there for just a few moments here?
Our friends in Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram sponsoring Saturday Morning Sports Talk. They're located at 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. Give them a call, 828-919-3001. Or Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. Or Nissan's new catchphrase is, you deserve a car that thrills you, Terry. Does that old beat-up, ugly truck thrill you anymore, Terry? You don't look like you're very thrilled. Get yourself a Nissan and get some thrills going on in your life, Terry. Maybe it'd be more pleasant to be around.
Think they'd give me one for free?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Well,
you have to pay for it.
Toyota,
but they'll give you a good deal, Terry.
Toyota basically gave him a truck for free.
Yeah. They'll give you a good deal, Terry.
Well, you know what Terry's line in the sand is on the deals, Tom?
Free tires for life.
Yes. He got that, Matt.
Free tires.
Free tires for life.
On that silver truck.
I've almost got as much out of my tires as I paid for the truck.
He did. He has. Best deal ever.
Correct.
Unbelievable deals. Here's what, the one thing about that, Derek, that's funny and all. They don't sell small trucks anymore.
No.
You can't get like a $10,000 small itty bitty truck anymore. Even the small trucks, the Tacomas and everything, they're $30,000 or $40,000 now. It's silly, and it's hard for like how do you've got to look for old trucks like that and buy them. And the value on those still kind of stay. You might be, Terry, at some point you might be able to sell that truck for more than you bought it for, plus the tires. Have you ever had any offered before?
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yes.
Dad's got some good offers on his old truck before.
Yes, I sure have.
Well,
and
I will
especially people that come from Mexico.
Yeah,
that help.
They'll tell you up on the farm.
Oh yeah, they'll tell you real quick. I can take that thing right now. I will give, and this is how they put it. I'll give you $12,000 for it, and I'll sell it for $15,000.
They'll just drive it straight to Mexico and sell it for $15,000. Hey, folks has got a truck for sale. I need to tell that to Tanner. He was thinking about selling his little Tacoma. He's got a little Tacoma. It's a newer model than yours, but yeah. He was looking to sell. I told him to go up Friendship and they'll get him hooked up there.
No, don't forget him.
He's working up there.
Appreciate
well,
it.
he goes by there about every day working up there with the Owls now on their summer stuff. So he's been doing that. And said, and Tom, if you're interested, I'll send you the link. He dropped his new rap video on YouTube this week.
Check it out.
So I'll send that to you. It's called Good Gas, and we'll go from there. So the Open updates real quick before we get moving this morning. Oosthuizen, of course, is in the lead. They should be playing right now, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think they started at like 3:30 this morning.
Yeah, they're 6 hours ahead of time. I went to London in school, and it's in the summer, so yeah, it'll be the same time. They're 6 hours ahead of time for the most part.
Is it me, or is that course playing too easy?
I mean, if they're shooting 64, 65, it's definitely playing too easy. But
it'll tighten up on Sunday.
Right. At the Open, here you've got to take consideration they can't predict how hard the wind's going to blow. Yeah. So that's usually your number one element. So do we make the course easy enough to score on if the wind's 50 miles per hour, and then if it blows 10, these guys are going to drop 64, 65. So I'm interested to see what happens today, Terry, if we have anything.
Are they in jackets? A lot of times when you watch them playing over, they're in jackets.
Well, and if they're
I don't
not,
think I noticed any.
if they're not,
that's what I'm saying.
I went to Oregon in the summer one time, and it was August. Got about 6 o'clock. I wanted a jacket. It gets cool. A similar climate, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, it's their summer's not our summer.
I'm looking at pictures. And I'm not seeing anyone with a jacket on so far.
I remember when the Olympics were in London, they were playing beach volleyball. It was 60 degrees and raining. I was like, no, the poor girls out there in bikinis freezing to death.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, Terry, that they are at all in wearing jackets. So
it looked pretty nice.
I'm looking
out
for
there
a weather report. I guess
it
I
did.
Just type
It looked like a picture perfect day.
So they're at Royal St. George Golf Club in Kent, England. 7,100 yards, par 70. Now remember, one of the low scores is par 70, not a 72. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind when you see how low
I wasn't
they
even
are.
paying attention to that. I was paying attention to the leaders 11 under, right?
Right.
Yep.
Oosthuizen's Hastings 11, Morikawa, Spieth, Johnson. Here, I'll pull it up for you, Tom, on the screen.
Yeah, I saw
for our folks
Morikawa
watching
burning
at
it
home.
up. They thought he was going to shoot 59. They were talking about that, but
That was Jordan Spieth.
The other Japanese golfer that won the Masters, Matsuyama, had to drop out because of the coronavirus. Because I said, I know that's not the guy.
Well,
that
Bubba
won
Watson didn't get to come over and
that's
play
right.
either.
That's right.
And this is a course you'd expect him to compete on a little bit, or this championship. Obviously, he's
the
won.
top Brit is 7th.
Johnson and Scheffler are at -7 on a British Open course. If Johnson's in contention, I've got to have him as one of the favorites. Fratelli and Harding, Fratelli's at 7. Harding, Sullivan, Siem, Van Tonder.
Am I reading that
Grillo.
right? Am I reading that right? That the top 7 golfers are either American or South African?
No, there's England and Sullivan's from England.
Yeah, but he's
tied at
okay.
7.
I see.
There's a bunch tied at 7. You got to scroll down.
Yeah,
More South African golfers in the top 7. Wow.
But they've always had good golfers from South Africa.
Oh, okay. So that's what that flag is. Okay, so the top, for the most part, the top, you could say, Tom, the top 6 definitely
are American or South African.
There's 2 South Africans, 4 Americans, and then at 6 under, you've got South Africa, England. Is that Portugal?
I think it's Germany.
Germany? Is that?
Yeah, I think that's Germany.
Then Van Tonder, again, South African.
Boy, Rory's -4 today.
Yeah.
He's moving up the leaderboard.
And
Hometown boy.
And then Grillo. Do you know that flag? We're playing Flags of the World this morning.
Looks like Argentina to me.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I got a fresh note
Emiliano
before the
Grillo.
Olympics.
Yeah, it looks like Argentina. Some of those flags in South America are similar.
It doesn't say on the. Oh, let's see if I hit the profile ranking. You can't put on the profile.
Nope.
Let's put how much money he's made. $1.8 million, ranks 57th.
You're supposed to know the flags, you uncultured
Tom,
Americans.
You can be 57th in the PGA and have $1.8 million.
Australia.
In your,
Argentina.
Argentina.
Yep.
Don't cry for me, Emilio Grillo.
I want to say maybe not the Peruvian flag, but maybe like there's a Bolivian flag or Uruguay. It looks very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
looking at the board right now, McIlroy's on the course right now. He is on. It says that he's already started through 9.
He's 4 under as Rory.
Overall, that is not
Yeah,
just
he's 4.
today,
He's 4
folks.
under today and 4 overall.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he is 70-70. So
It's moving day.
Rory's making an attack early here on
Seems
Saturday.
like the front 9's easier than the back 9. Seems like a lot of guys were having low scores on the front 9 when I was watching the highlights.
Yeah, I remember them. They were saying yesterday that the earlier groups were faring better too. That the guys teeing off in the morning. So maybe that's keeping up today with Rory.
As a
good
British mornings are typically, and I could be totally wrong, just from my experience, they are a little bit more calm. You know, it's like at the beach or something. You wake up, it's calm in the morning, and then
You ever been?
it gets hot.
You ever been to Britain?
No,
I've not been.
I have never.
It's on the bucket list. The English-speaking countries of Europe are kind of on my bucket list. I don't know if I'll ever get there.
If I would advise this now, you might not want to go to London. You might want to just visit the rest of the countryside.
That's any big city.
Now I took a train. Now we did take a train trip to Liverpool. That was fun. Now of course trains take longer than other things, but it was fun seeing the English countryside and stopping in a few towns here and there as we went into.
Are they nice?
Into
to you?
Liverpool.
Are they nice to
yeah,
you?
I mean, I don't know anybody. The hardest thing as far as talking to other English folks wasn't too hard. The problem was in the service industry, most everyone is an immigrant. So you have those folks learning the Queen's English, trying to talk to American English or Southern English. So now it went from, but the Southern English is way more closer to the Queen's English actually than the American the Yankee English, right? But the way we draw it out, it's not not the actual words, but the way we draw out some of the words, in the comparison to that. So talking to the English was fine. Now you know how they talk, in any other language that when you're trying to listen to, whether it's Spanish or other thing, when someone talks faster, you have trouble with it, of course. But one thing, mayonnaise came on everything if you ask for it or not. So if you just whatever sandwich you order, whatever, there's mayonnaise on it. You have to say no mayo. That's what it is. They're not big into ketchup at all. So the ketchup bottles come, in America you got big bottles. They'll give you a squeeze bottle. They're basically in like the little mini Corona bottles. So I accidentally poured and I ordered a Budweiser on a cheeseburger instead of my ketchup, trying to pour the ketchup.
Nice.
But because of the interest rate, or not the interest rate, the rate with the money, Tom, exchange rate, it was like $1.90 then. So my burger was like a $14 burger. So I ate it covered in Budweiser. Yeah, it was good. But the funniest thing ever, one of the girls, we went out tonight, went to this pub, and it was one they charged a cover fee. Well, we don't know. So in the place where they go, it's like, so Times Square, is Leicester Square. So in Leicester, we went to this club called the Zoo. We went in and they were playing American music. So we looked for places that were playing music that we knew, but every bit of music, we heard a lot of Michael Jackson. But anything that they took, any type of music that they took, they added the techno beat to.
Oh, nice.
So it wasn't just like you're listening to Thriller. Oh, it's cool. Let's listen to American music. No, it's Thriller to techno. It's Beat It to techno, or Britney Spears or whatever you was listening to techno. And I thought it was funny. This is the time maybe you'll know. Anyone know who Petey Pablo is?
Oh yeah,
the North Carolina song.
Oh yeah.
So this is at the time this kept right at it almost came out. It's on MTV, the videos and stuff. I asked every DJ in London to play that song. Not one had ever heard of it. Who's Petey Pablo? I was like, his number's like number 2 on MTV. No, didn't have a clue. So that was it. But the girls went up to get in the club. It was the funniest thing. On Thursday it was £5, okay, which is roughly $10. So on Friday we went back to the same place. There's like, well, let's go back here for a little bit. I was like, okay. Went back and he goes, it's £15. And the girl goes, what's the difference between last night and tonight? A little drunk American. He goes, without missing a beat, looking straight at her, not smile, laugh. He goes, £10. I remember that today. I laughed so hard at that. I don't know why. But he just, the bouncers, and she goes, what's the difference between last night and tonight? Gave him all set. He goes, £10.
That's that British dry.
Oh, yeah.
Humor.
But it was fun seeing all the stuff over there. It was a good time. I do recommend going over there. A lot of interesting things. What we paid for is a tour company called the London Walks, and it's walking tours, but they're also you get on boats and do other kind of things. It was the Thames River and everything there, but you walk around town. London is spread out. It's like Los Angeles. It's not vertical. They have rules on building height, so you can't build skyscrapers in London. There's none of that. So it's like a 200-foot rule or something. It's not big. It's like Myrtle Beach sized buildings. So even though there's 9 or 10 million people there.
Yeah,
too?
it's about the same size as New York City.
It's insane. That's just from my experience. I also will never forget when you're getting on and off the subway, there's a little space there between the subway and the platform. Every time one pulls in, the button, the automatic trigger comes on and goes, mind the gap. Mind the gap. Mind the gap.
Don't stand in the doorway, moron.
Mind the gap.
Or the little gap there. Don't step in it.
Don't break your leg.
We did get to go to a tennis tournament. It wasn't the Wimbledon. It was the other one there, the Queen's Cup, where they have in the Queen's. She has her own. So Terry, it's you got 4 sides of a court, right? Well, the public has the 3 sides, right? The Queen has the whole side. It's like and it's like 4 stories high. So it's her court.
Nice.
But I got to see Agassi, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been. It's one of the newer. It might have been Nadal or Federer. It might have been Agassi Federer play there, not in the stadium because we couldn't get tickets into that one because it's expensive. We were looking through the tunnels, so I could go and look through a tunnel and see Agassi playing, or I could go down the other side and see the other guy hitting. But I couldn't see the actual match.
Right.
But I did get to see. There was an American, Todd Martin. He's like 6'7". He got destroyed by some dude. He smoked. But it was but on that court, on the side courts, you sit like 10 feet from them. Like there's they're like, just come on in, sit down. And you're sitting there with your big beer, and because it's London, you can take your beer anywhere. That was cool for those folks. But anyway, that's my golfing in London fun stuff. All right, who's your favorite, Terry? Who you got? Give me one or two. What you feeling?
What, in this tournament?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, you're talking tennis. You're talking this, but golf now.
Yeah, he's come back full circle.
That's it.
Talking over
after Hastings adventures.
Talking England.
Hastings adventures in England. Now we're back to the golf.
I'm gonna take Jordan Spieth. So I'm gonna take.
That's a good pick. Chapman.
I'm gonna go with the kid Morikawa. I think he looked good yesterday.
Looked pretty good yesterday, man.
Tommy?
I think he keeps it rolling.
I don't know. I just think it's something with Japan this year winning the majors. So I'm going to go with Morikawa as well.
I'm sorry, Matt. Dustin Johnson is my pick.
I'm with Terry, though. I'd like to see Spieth win it. He's kind of been going through it here lately. It'd be nice to see him get another one.
All right, JP,
trying to bounce back.
You ready? It's break time. When we come back, we're talking NBA Finals with Tom Centofanti, Matt Chapman, and Terry Reinhardt on Saturday Sports Talk.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
We're in New Hampshire.
Start your engine!
The M Better Get Vaccinated 200 on the Performance Racing Network.
Brandon Jones not only gets around Gregson, now he's on the outside with the advantage over his teammate Daniel Hemrick.
He'll charge into turn 2, try to take second away from Hemrick. He's got that done. Now he'll go after Harrison Burton for the race lead.
Harrison Burton has the line he wants on the inside.
The M Better Get Vaccinated 200, Saturday, July 17th at 2:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
When the 2021 Atlanta Braves take the field, you won't want to miss a single moment as they set out to defend the East.
This one's hit well, deep left center field. Ranging back is Nimmo at the track. This baby is leaving town.
Braves baseball back again on the Boss in Carolina Country. WHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville, Gastonia. Looking for a boat, RV, or farm equipment this summer? Carolina Federal can help with financing. Recreation loans are available for as low as 3.75% APR. Contact us today for more information by calling 704-435-0186 or online at carolinafcu.org or stop by our branch located at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. At Carolina Federal Credit Union, we treat you like family because you are. Rates based on credit history.
Take advantage of a special offer on the versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. You own the land. Now, make it yours. Get the Kubota BX 2380 for payments as low as $99 a month.
Your Kubota dealer is Park of Arms Service, 126 Bessie Drive, off Highway 74 at Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back, one local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. Call them at 828-245-1661. And before we got into, I know we're going to do the NBA Finals. I don't know if anybody watched the home run derby, but Alonso, when he hit 7 bombs in a row to win that, I was like, that might be the most impressive baseball feat I've ever seen.
That guy's a freak.
He is. I mean, he's sitting there like bebopping around.
Yeah,
like
he's having a good old time.
Just having a good old time. I was disappointed in Ohtani. I thought he would do better. They said right-handers did better at that ballpark than left-handers. Soto, I was pretty impressed with that kid too. But Mancini, the guy who had cancer and came back and was in it, so that was kind of fun.
I enjoyed it.
The only thing is, it just takes too long.
Yeah. Did y'all
it
watch
just takes
all
too
that?
long.
No,
I watched the first round because I wanted to see everybody. Then I went and did something else for an hour, and I came back, and it was Alonso, and it was Mancini in the final. Mancini was in the final.
Yeah.
And Alonso was, I think he was in the middle of his first round, and then that bonus round where he just hit. He's like, he's got to hit 7 more, 6, 5. I mean, it was like counting down for a missile launch. So, yeah, I mean, that kid's only making $680,000 a year. He won $1 million, Terry, for winning that home run derby. He made almost double his salary for winning that home run derby.
I will say one thing that Ohtani, I did appreciate what he did. He won like $150,000, and he gave it to his trainers and some people that are around him. He took that money, didn't keep none of it, gave it all away.
He seems like a very humble.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
I don't like, he says it's kind of hard to tell, for sure, but he just seems like a guy who loves to play baseball. He doesn't even take batting practice.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't even take, how does he not take batting practice?
It's crazy.
It is crazy, but that was kind of fun. I haven't watched that in a while. I've watched the highlights in years past, but it was kind of fun to watch. I would suggest to him, you gotta shorten that down a little bit.
Yeah, they gotta find some way.
Yeah, I mean it's a little long, but anyway, that was fun.
Shouldn't be 3 minutes. We need to go to 2.
Well, it's 4 because they add the bonus.
If you hit one 475, you get
there
another
you go.
30 seconds.
Right there shows how much I watched it. Hardly none.
So that's something else I wanted to talk about, Kevin. So now we can move on to the finals.
Well, I mean, we're already Tom. We're not going to talk 4 minutes about the home run derby and then jump to the finals. Welcome to baseball, folks. Padres won 24-8 last night.
Who won 24-8?
The Padres.
Yeah.
Over who?
The Nationals.
Yeah.
Well, did they get in there and start throwing position players?
I'm sure at some point they did.
One guy hit.
Yeah, the guy this morning was like, "There's a run limit. That's enough."
The Braves are dealing. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. You're talking about any more All-Star notes? You guys might as well stay there for any of that. Terry, I'm sure you have complaints about something, don't you?
I never even watched it. The only thing I watched about it, and I did watch a little bit of it, and that's when they was talking to Albie and play second base for Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did see him with the mic on, and he was talking to the umpire, and he goes, "Oh, he don't know that we're on live," talking to the umpire. But, that's the only thing I basically watched. I did not really care who won. It does not mean nothing to me. I mean, it's an all-star game. I don't know. There's some all-star games I do not like. I do not like Major League Baseball. I think they need to add something different to it. I mean, you're switching players every little
get ready.
bit.
So you got so many players coming in and out.
In the NFL, I do not like that one. That's a waste of time to me. And I guess you got to have them. The NBA, the dunk contest, I don't like. I like the NBA All-Star game, except the first 3 quarters, and then I'll just let me know when the fourth quarter comes on and I'll watch it, because then it seems like they're playing to win.
Yep.
So.
You know what's the best All-Star is? Where it used to be back when I used to go, was the All-Star NASCAR race. Awesome.
Yeah.
When they had it at Charlotte, they did those days. I mean, you didn't like. I know you don't like Charlotte.
I don't like Charlotte.
But it was fun because there would always be a big wreck in one of those. Trying to get that money. But those were always fun.
Vladimir Guerrero leads the baseball in batting average at .335. Castellanos and Frazier at .330. Brantley .329. Trey Turner at .319.
Trey Turner.
Ohtani first with 33 homers. Vlad 30. Tatis 28. Schwarber 25. And Joey Gallo 24. ERA leader is DeGrom. Your pitching wins, the most wins in baseball. Is that Urias? How you say that? And Hendricks?
Yeah.
Is DeGrom's ERA still under 1?
1.08.
I know he gave up a few runs.
Yeah, he got well, for his standards, he got tagged a little bit last time out.
They figuring him out.
When your ERA is at 0.5, it doesn't take much to jump it up.
When I was watching Ohtani pitch in that All-Star game, because I'm like you, Terry. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance really to watch him. 100 miles an hour. It's like, whoa. He's just jacked up on that one pitch. Next one, 100 miles an hour. I was like, how could you hit 33 home runs, throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball? That's crazy.
That's wild.
That is wild.
I mean, it's good to see.
But DeGrom throws it that hard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
But he doesn't hit it for 450 feet.
He hits pretty well for a pitcher.
There we go. There we go.
Not like Ohtani, but he hits pretty well for a pitcher.
I like you, Matt, already.
Oh, my God. Okay, is he more Adam Wainwright hitting, or is he more Ohtani hitting?
All I know is somebody threw 100 miles an hour. I'll probably run out of the box. I was like, no.
Well, as long as he's hitting the middle, I can see it maybe for a second.
Well, Tom, do you know what the fastest you've seen umpiring is?
I've had some kids. I mean, the problem with youth baseball is they always say, this kid throws 93, which means he throws about 88.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in the levels of baseball I do, it's probably, you could tell when a kid's getting up there in the mid-80s, close to 90, because it just makes a different sound.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably, I mean, nothing close to 100. I know they said some kids have been throwing in 90s. No. I mean, if a kid in high school is throwing in 90s, he's a prodigy. You're going to see scouts everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Who were the kids that come from Caldwell County when they had Bumgardner and they had another guy at Carolina, Porcello? Is that what his name was?
Can't remember.
I cannot remember, but they had a couple guys up there that Carolina was trying to get, but they never even ended up going to Carolina. They went straight on into Major League Baseball. But they would come over to our school, and it's a big difference watching a kid, out there that can let it go.
Well, Darren never got 90, did he? Did he get or was he around it? I can't remember. What about college?
I would say about 88.
That's what I was thinking, because he was more movement, wasn't he?
High school, about the most you're going to see is mid-80s.
Yeah.
And if a kid's throwing mid-80s in high school, he's bringing it.
But we had Larry and Mason both right at 90, and Macklemore all hit 90, whether in college or all there at that time. And just swinging at those, you're almost swinging as soon as they let go. Now add 10 miles per hour to another 10. Yeah. I just can't imagine. My question is, and they've talked about it, do they need to readjust mound distance, maybe back it up 6 inches?
Well, they've talked about
61 feet.
One guy talked about going with an 11-inch plate. I know
smaller plate,
so they can't throw it outside. Just throw it like
that.
Basically making them throw it right down the middle, which they already do.
Mike Trout would never swing the bat if it was an 11-inch plate the rest of his life.
Is it just me, or are they just constantly trying to change everything about baseball all the time? It's like the only sport I can think of where they're constantly trying to tweak everything so they can try to get their vision of a perfect product.
Their problem is they need it to be more entertaining to speed it up.
Are you saying they're chasing ghosts?
Yeah, well, they're gonna run off the people who do like baseball by completely changing the game, trying to find a new audience of people that don't care about baseball.
You know what I think would help them? 7 innings.
Yeah.
I think 7 innings would help, but they'll never do that.
No.
They'll never do
They're
that.
about to get rid of the 7-inning doubleheaders.
They already going to do that.
They're going back to normal.
And nobody
next year.
on second now. They're going to get rid of that.
Because the Players Association doesn't like the going to 7 because you're knocking out a relief pitcher. You're taking a guy's job. They're going to be totally against that.
I understand that.
But I like it. If for 162 games, you can tell me 7 innings, I'd be fine with it. Because, at one point, like this year with the NFL adding the extra game, at one point the records don't mean anything. And now that's what we're saying because, and Matt, my conspiracy theory with it is that they want to destroy the meaning of the records so they can promote the new guys as being great, good, the best thing we've ever seen. You guys have never seen this. And I think even one of the older guys, I can't remember who it was talking about the other day. How are you going to say this guy who strikes out 100 times a year is better than me? I've got 40 points or 30 points better in batting average, and he strikes out 100. But you're saying he's a better player than me because of some advanced statistic. And the same thing with the home runs. Whether we argue, some people say Hank Aaron's the champion. Some people say Babe Ruth. Some people say Barry Bonds. It doesn't matter. So there's arguments, and so once we get to that point, the 7 innings thing, I would buy totally, just as far as entertainment purposes. I think I heard somebody say that it's one of the only games that goes into overtime and people leave.
Yeah, because it's too long.
Really,
it's
you never
too
know when
long.
it's going to end.
And see, they tried to help that by putting a runner on second, but then all of a sudden now they're coming up saying, "Oh, we're going away from that. That's not going to work."
Yeah, I was surprised to see that they're getting rid of both of those 7-inning doubleheaders. And because, I mean, they talked for years about wanting to, improve pace of play and stuff like that and do different things. And then they do it for a year, and I really haven't heard that many complaints.
And Matt, the problem I have with it is once they do it, the game continues to get longer. Yeah. And I'm like, what are we doing? I mean, we're supposed to be shortening it, but it continues.
I heard the California rule for a tiebreaker was bases loaded, 1 out.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and load them up. Yeah.
Like for youth play and high school and stuff like that, I don't really mind a lot of that. But for the pros, and the thing is, I'm going to go back to the stats thing.
Yeah, it is.
Once we put a guy on second, and that guy didn't get on second, now I get an RBI that I really didn't earn if I knock him in. Or he gets a run. He gets to score a run, and on his last at bat, he actually struck out.
Yeah.
So I strike out to end the inning with bases loaded. I get put on second base, and I get to score a run, and it makes my stats okay.
But how many times is that going to happen?
Well, every game that goes into overtime, because somebody's
the same guy's not going to strike out and be put on second.
But again, okay, besides that, what about if you're the pitcher? Now you're the pitcher. And you start off, you got a guy on second, you give up a run. Does that count against my ERA?
I don't think it does.
Does that count against my runs? It counts against somebody's runs.
Tom, it could be in your agent's contract with you that might mean a lot for you.
Right. There's a lot of, and that's what I mean. If we're going to say stats don't mean anything, make up whatever rule you want and do whatever you want. But if the stats do mean things, you start putting guys on bases loaded and just an extra inning because somebody can't wait an extra 5 minutes. The game's lasted 120 years. If you're worried about the length of it, the drop to 7 thing, then fine. But I don't like the pros doing the guy on second, the ghost runners on second base.
I'm glad that they're going back to 9-inning doubleheaders and the normal extra innings rule. But I mean, I just like baseball, so I'm not.
You're a purist.
But now is this?
But if I don't want to watch it, I'll just get up and stop watching it. I don't think they have to change the sport just because it's been 3.5 hours. And I'm tired of watching baseball.
Can watch any Major League Baseball game team or just the Red Sox and somebody they're playing guy. I'm for the most part I can only watch the Cardinals and I'll watch the World Series if I don't hate one of the teams.
I mean, once it gets to the playoffs, I could definitely watch whoever in the playoffs, World Series. Regular season, it's mostly just Red Sox
If Cubs
games.
or Rockies are on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, are you tuning in?
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless I'm just bored and there's nothing else going on.
Unless it means something to your team.
But in the basketball or other sports, whether or not your team's playing, if LeBron's playing on Sunday night against Kevin Durant, are you watching that? If in football, you got a big matchup Sunday Night Football, and it's not.
Well, I'll watch any football.
And it's not
game,
Denver.
So that's a little different.
Again, so that's one thing that baseball has is that because there is so many games and so meaningless games, like I have no interest whatsoever. Hate to break it to either one of you to watch Kansas City versus Cleveland game, and I'm sure y'all don't care about watching the Cardinals versus the Pirates. So that's a problem that I think baseball has.
Well, let me ask you something, Matt. Since you're a baseball man. What has declined baseball as being America's game? Because now it's being overtaken by soccer or everybody else.
I don't think it's been overtaken. I don't think it's been overtaken. I don't think it's been overtaken by soccer.
No.
I don't think it's been overtaken by, but definitely it's number 3 behind football and basketball, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't know what the change is. I mean, football. I think the appeal is the physicality of it, and it's really
every game is meaningful.
Yeah, 17 games.
Baseball,
in the
you can lose 7 games in a row and still win the pennant.
Yeah,
I think that's the difference. That every game is not meaningful in baseball. It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Every game is less than 1% of your season. Where in football, every game is about 5 or 6% of your season. So I mean, it's just it's a big difference when you start weighing the magnitude. 0.5% versus 6 or 7% of your season here, it makes a difference. So I mean, the importance of every game in college football, it's even more.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Every game's close to 10%, and one game can ruin your season.
Yeah, the whole year.
And it's really not fair. I mean, they actually have an opposite problem. You go out there and have one bad game, and you're done. You can't win the national championship. I don't really like that either.
No,
but I don't really like. Oh, this team won at one time. They lost 9 in a row, but here they are in the World Series. I mean, that happens in baseball. So, just is what it is.
I'm just trying to pull up some stats here. Okay. Any other news notes on your standings or anything? Favorites? Red Sox are in first.
Beat the Yankees again last night.
Yeah.
Indians in second.
Kansas
Royals
City.
in last.
Hey, we picked up a game. We started the second season. We were 1-0.
So, Matt, at one point on the same day, Kansas City and the Cardinals were in first place. Kansas City is now 16 games under 500, and we're 3 under. We didn't have a once Flaherty went out, we didn't have a pitcher not named Adam Wainwright win a game for a month.
Good Lord.
It's tough.
Think about that.
How old is Wayne right now?
39. Our catcher's 39. Do we have a farm system? Like 30. He's our ace. He shouldn't be our ace. He should be third or fourth because he's still good.
Right.
He's one of the top. He's up there ranked. I think his strikeout or something. He's ranked up there pretty high in wins. But just Flaherty's good, but the rest of them not so well. Braves this week. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, I was going to say Kansas City was the point that we were in first place and we only had one guy batting over 250. So I knew we were in trouble.
Yeah, that's a.
Thought y'all got hot, Terry. Y'all just stayed the same and everybody else kept up. Well, the Braves traded for a catcher, 36-year-old catcher, and then also this week, who's the other guy they traded for?
Jock Peterson.
Yeah, Jock Peterson, outfielder.
Did he play last night? Did he get to play?
I'm not sure.
I know the only thing he could do was pinch hit. I did see that part when I flipped over, glancing to see what they were doing. But here's another thing about the Braves, and I know Hunter's not here. They can't get over 500.
They've been snake bitten.
Yeah, they will get to 500, and then the next game when they have an opportunity, they lose and they fall below again.
Yeah, fortunately for them, that division isn't too tough. So that's why they're still going for it. They can still, realistically make a run at this. So
are they 4 games back, 5 games back?
Who?
Feels like that's where they've been for the
They're
last.
They're not really that far out of it.
There's your standings.
There you are.
4 games back.
So see there, they're right there.
You can watch us live Saturdays on Facebook. We're on Facebook Live this morning. Hello, everybody. I was looking to see if I had any baseball notes. I don't think I do on this one today. Nope, I don't.
I wonder if San Francisco is going to be able to hold on and win that division. That'd be something.
Dodgers
the Dodgers
have won
spend all that money.
9 straight, 8 or 9 straight. The Dodgers have won.
No, they're 6-4.
They won the last 3.
And their run differential is a plus 148.
Yeah.
With the money they spent, I don't see how anybody.
But look at the Giants, a plus 121.
Oh yeah.
Now the Dodgers have scored the most runs at 486 there. In the American League, the Astros at 503. So I'll be pulling against the West in the East. Man,
Going for the White Sox.
Well, I will before I will the Red Sox. No problem with that whatsoever. Or the Rays. I like the Blue Jays too. Then Indians time. What y'all gonna sneak in?
They got too many injuries, not enough hitting.
You've been pessimistic all year about them.
They can't hit.
They're only 5 games out.
No, they're 8 or 5 games out of the wild card.
Yeah.
5.
5.5. No. No. They played Oakland last night. They got if they play somebody good, they get beat. They play the Royals, they weep. Sorry, Terry.
Besides,
they play the Orioles. They can win. They can't beat anybody who's good, and they just don't have. They don't have the offense. They don't have enough offense.
But if I look at that as a race for that wild card, Minnesota's probably the biggest disappointment.
Oh yeah.
Because they're supposed to be better than what they are.
They're 11 under right now.
Yeah.
All right, the Rays and A's are in right now. Besides them, the only other team with a plus-minus in run differential is the Toronto Blue Jays at plus 80. So keep them in mind for you baseball bettors, Tom, going down the stretch. If you want to make I'm sure Vegas isn't high on Toronto.
Probably not.
And there is news that they're going to get back in Toronto. Hopefully,
there's no
soon.
reason for them not.
Pull up the National League at the bottom.
But I was saying the problem is though that's going to add a strategy to it because I'm guessing I don't think Canada's allowing anybody in if you haven't had a vaccination. So I don't know about these teams. Is Toronto doing this to win more games? You'd be like, hey, half your roster can't play. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I know in the Stanley Cup, Montreal only had like a small percentage of the building filled. It wasn't like here in America. So
I know they've had stricter. Go ahead, Terry.
Oh, yeah, Miami Marlins. Look at them. They are plus. And look where they're at.
I think they got the best run differential in the National League East, if I'm not mistaken, and they're in last place.
Yeah, so there you
We'll
go.
pull that up in a second. Dodgers and Padres are in right now. Reds are closest at 4.5 games back. They got a positive. Braves are plus 18, believe it or not. They're snake bitten with the injuries, and then the Marlins. Cardinals down to minus 45. Excuse me.
Both wild card teams are coming out of the West in the NL.
Let me back up to the standings. You said in the National League. Yep, they do have the best run differential in the National League East, and they're in last place, negative 11. So is that stat mean anything or not?
I don't know. Maybe over the course of a full season,
Well, we're at
it
91
could
games.
be a little predicted. I don't know.
I do have my Yadier Molina stat of the week, Tom. I did have that.
What's that?
Where did I oh, nope. I've got to read that. There's an article that came out. For you advanced statistics people, Yadier, according to, it's got to refresh. According to this advanced statistic, has passed Ozzie Smith as the greatest highest value defensive player in Major League history. You know how they do these advanced you keep adding stats. Here's the top 5 or 6 or 7. I'll tell you. Yadier 1, Ozzie Smith 2, Brooks Robinson 3, Mark Bellinger 4, and Ivan Pudge Rodriguez 5th, Cal Ripken 6th on this list. Here's some other names. They only list the top 12 for the most part. Aparicio is 8th. Joe Tinker, famous shortstop. Famous triple play combo, right? Terry, was it Tinker, Evans, DeChance?
I think so. I think
I got that right.
I think you do.
Brian McCann ranks 10th all time defensively. Did you know that?
It's a surprise.
They added in yelling at other teams as part of the
part of the metric.
Yes, if you yelled at the other teams, you get more points. Andrew Jones 11, so that's expected, and the great Rabbit Marinville from I don't know what century. He's 12.
Back in the day.
He's 12.
It's been a while.
But anyway, the advanced statistic come up, whatever that. I just saw the story. I thought that would be fun to just go through. I don't care about these advanced that much, but any stat that has come up with and it adds up to you're better than Ozzy, I'll say something about it, I guess. All right, Tom, any other news and notes for baseball?
Nope.
Terry?
No.
All right, go Cardinals. You got a chance. Go Indians. You got a chance. And I hope the Red Sox
we have no
catch
chance.
on fire.
And Kansas City.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Maybe. Let's see if we will be. Will we be back in a few minutes on KTCBroadcasting.com? I don't know. Your sit-up game strong, JP. We'll be back in a few minutes, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City. And now until the end of the month, Friendship in Forest City will offer up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. Guaranteed best prices on new cars, all used cars priced way below book value, and now all new and used cars have a lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited miles. We're simply not like any other dealer. Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram, we're located in Forest City.
The hunting has just begun. They're coming back. Yes, Ed's Dinosaurs Live is coming back to Upton Family Farms in Vale, July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Yes, the hunt for these monsters continues. Get your tickets online at edsdinosaurslive.com. Just $20 a carload in advance or $30 at the gate. And ask about special VIP tickets. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Ed's Dinosaurs Live at Upton Family Farms off Highway 27 West in Vale. There's always a great deal waiting for you at Kurt's Premium Outlet and Eastridge Mall in Gastonia. This week, take 15% off all in-stock mattresses. Gia table dinette sets are $25 off. Streamline Art, 10% off. Kurt's Premium Outlet has Swiffer dusters for $2. 24 roll packs of toilet tissue, $9.99. 180 load box of Tide, $16.85, and 12 roll packs of paper towels, $8. Kurt's Premium Outlet, North New Hope Road and Eastridge Mall in Gastonia. Like them on Facebook too.
The Chicken on the Run is back at the Cherryville Country Club. Now the Cherryville Country Club is offering their famous Chicken on the Run to go special. You get 8 pieces of chicken, 1 quart of potatoes with gravy, 1 quart of green beans, and bread, all for $25. Call your order in on Saturdays before 5 p.m., 704-435-6597. Pick your chicken up in the Pro Shop on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Again, get your chicken to go from the Cherryville Country Club each and every Sunday.
At Coyote Tractor, we hold dirt in the highest regard. That's why we're digging up some of our best deals so you can get out there and plan. We've got cash back and 0% financing offers available on 22 to 110 horsepower tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. Coyote, we dig dirt. Offer cannot be combined. Financing subject to credit approval. Some restrictions apply. See your authorized Coyote Tractor dealer for details.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sales, Highway 18 North, 27 West intersection in Vale.
When you're in the field, downtime is not an option. That's why now is the time for a service inspection at James River Equipment. Whether you own a John Deere tractor, planter, forage harvester, or baler, James River has a summer service special that's right for you. When it comes to quick diagnosis and expert service professionals, James River delivers. Schedule your service at your local James River location or online at jamesriverequipment.com. James River delivers.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin, Matt, and Terry. And Terry, since Tom has left us, why don't you read about our friends at Chrysler and each Jeep, Dodge, and Ram?
That's it. Since Tom's left, I get to do this. It's Friendship Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram out of 190 Oak Street Extension, Forest City, North Carolina. Their number is 828-919-3001. And Friendship Nissan at 156 Oak Street Extension, Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. And like Tom always says, because he's probably leaving to go get him a brand new car right now, getting rid of that old junk that he's got out there in the driveway. But Tom, make that stop at Friendship and buy you a new car.
What you got to say about that, Tom?
Yeah. Good job, Tom.
Nothing.
Nothing. Just sit there.
Tom's listening in the car, which he probably is. We're the banana man has sat in your seat. The one-eyed banana. Is that just hair over his face? He's got hair over his face. It's like if Yosef and a banana had a kid. Yeah. Is that good? Is that a good description?
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Yosef is, he's the Appalachian State Mountaineers mascot, and it looks like Yosef and a banana had a child, and that's what's sitting in Tom's seat right now. So Tom had to go. He had to go umpire some baseball, got to pay off his car, and more. So, well, good morning, everybody. Well, let's do a little get-to-know session with Matt for a minute. How about that, Terry?
There we go.
So we
can do it.
So we got Denver Broncos.
Yep.
UNC Tar Heels. Charlotte Hornets. Boston Red Sox. And Salisbury Hornets. Terry, do you have a problem with any of those?
I'm not.
I know there's one.
I'm not a Denver man.
I know there's one you do.
I just absolutely have a hard time with the Carolina. You know, see, there it is. There you go. That's the elite group.
So Terry, of course, Celtics, Royals.
I mean, our Cowboys, we kind of destroyed
Cowboy.
them Broncos when we played them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Thankfully, that was before me.
What was that,
I
Super
missed
Bowl
that
12?
one. Yeah, I missed that one.
I remember.
I have not gone back and watched that one.
Well, the problem is, I guess y'all shouldn't have had Craig Morton running around out there. Did he make 2 Super Bowls?
I think just the one. I think the rest were LA.
Okay, I was wondering if he had made 2 for you guys, but so Broncos, Tar Heels, Hornets, Red Sox. We've just commented a little bit about the Red Sox. Let's jump over to
what about the Hornets? Is that just on homegrown?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I don't know. When I was real young, I caught the end of Jordan, and so I was.
When was you born?
I was born in '93, so I was like 4 or 5 for those last.
That young, good grief.
Yeah. So I was kind of a Bulls pseudo fan. I wasn't really super into basketball like that. And then when LeBron came into the league, I kind of got caught up in that hype, and that got me really back into the NBA. And then when they brought the Hornets back to Charlotte, that's kind of when I decided I was going to follow
That's unreal to me to be sitting here, and he said I was born in '93. I was 31 years old then, Matt. I mean, oh man, you did not realize how old you're getting until the
Terry,
people say that.
I remember sitting in the living room watching that series in '93. See, '93. What's funny about you said about that? That was probably be my favorite sports year of my life. Tar Heels won.
Yep.
Cowboys won, and Jordan and them won their third repeat. Now, what's funny about that year is so Calvin is a Philadelphia 76ers fan, Terry. Did you actually know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you see he's got a Dr. J jersey up here. Okay. So when Barkley was traded, he was not happy.
Right.
I'll put it that way. So he did the old, I'm still unsure for Barkley a little bit. So Barkley was his fave at that point. So that series is just the most memorable, fun time that I can remember as the finals is Barkley, his quips and everything and him playing and the Suns were that's a good team. If Tom Chambers would have been a little bit younger, Terry, they would have been tough to deal with.
Yeah, Tom James was pretty good.
Because he was at a point in his career where it was near the end, and he was one of the best dunkers in the league. Just him being more athletic would have been difficult, would have added problems for the Bulls. But that series, again, Tar Heels win in '93. Cowboys win, and so '93 is a good year, Matt. So put that pin on if you really care about that at all. But
it was a great year.
Who else won that? What was it? I don't even know who won in baseball.
Now,
was that Braves?
Salisbury.
Yes.
When I go back to them, I know the girls' teams have always been pretty decent over there. I know, and I'm trying to think of the young lady's name, but I know Virginia Tech was looking at her when she was real young, like when she was in the 9th or 10th grade over there, because it was them and East Davison that used to battle for the state championships. But what really, I know you went to Salisbury. Now that's where your parents and all grew up at, or
so my family is actually from up north, Connecticut, Massachusetts, which is why I'm a Red Sox fan. I was born in Salisbury. They moved to Salisbury the year before I was born. So I spent my whole childhood in Salisbury.
Okay.
Yeah.
93. One of my best friends' wife went to Salisbury, but I think she's about 5 or 6 years older than you, maybe. All right, Terry. Looking down the list now, I've got a proposal for you, Matt. Something I wanted to touch on.
Let's hear it.
See if your answer. I've got all kinds of new rules and stuff. These boys don't like any of them. We was talking baseball a minute ago, but we're gonna talk about your Hornets. They were talking about hitting. Acuna hitting on purpose, and these Major League Baseball players. I had a rule, or think of a rule, baseball rule. What if hit batsman got 2 bases?
2 bases. Hey, that would probably put an end to the
intentional
people.
Would it put it? Now the accidents happen. That's going to happen.
Well,
I'm not going to say that's not going to happen, but would that put a damper on the hitting people on purpose thing if you get 2 bases as opposed to 1?
Yeah, I don't know if it would bring it to a stop. Teams would have to wait until they're up like 8-0. So
but
you'd have to put it on the back burner.
Matt, would you not have players wanting to get hit to be moved out to second?
Yeah, that's a fair point too. People trying to standing all over the plate.
Terry, there's not a lot of millionaires who are going to volunteer to get hit by a 100-mile-per-hour fastball
Let's get that
just
on
to
base
stand on
percentage
second.
There'll be more of them wearing your elbow pad braces and everything, maybe so they can stick it out there.
Listen, I was going to say the umpires could do their jobs. They could. But also, if we got the ability and the technology to do a K-zone up here and to run robot umpires in Gastonia, surely to God we have the ability to have something that goes, beep, you leaned over the line with your elbow and got hit.
Should.
You're
You're
out. That's all. I'm just fixing problems, Terry. Fixing problems. Well, that was that one. Now, I got a trade proposal for Matt.
Trade proposal. Okay.
Now, Terry, Matt here is a mellosexual. I think.
Well, go ahead and tell
I'm
me
not
what
even
all
sure
this
what that
means.
is.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a mellow.
I don't want to say yay or nay to this, man.
He loves LaMelo Ball.
Oh.
He's a LaMelo sexual.
Oh, Lordy.
Matt, what is your answer when Portland calls and says Dame wants to be on Team Jordan? We want LaMelo Ball. And you better answer this the right way.
I'll pass.
Oh my God!
What are we gonna win with Damian Lillard and nobody else?
What, Matt?
Well, we've got a kid that's 19 years old.
So that was my
cheap.
that was my first question. The second question was going to be Ben Simmons. So I know that.
No, hell no. I don't want Ben Simmons for Miles Bridges.
So you don't want Ben Simmons at all. So if you say no to Dame, I knew you was going to say no to Ben. So I wanted to start with Dame to get the realistic.
I mean, can we get something else in there to make it a team to go with him?
What? Something else?
What's he gonna win? He's not beating Brooklyn by himself. He's not beating Milwaukee by himself.
You would not take Damian for LaMelo.
No, LaMelo's got 15 more years in Charlotte. Damian Lillard's already 30, making $150 million.
I hope he doesn't have 15 more years.
The guy shoots more air balls than anybody I've ever seen.
He's 18 years old.
I do not care.
He was a lot better. I'm not a melosexual or however I was described. I hated the pick when it happened because I thought he was going to be terrible from what I saw when he was in Australia and all that. But I was impressed. Like, he shot the ball better than I thought. I mean, he airballed.
So you would not take a Damian who understand what winning is.
Look, Damian Lillard is
to get rid of LaMelo, who is just a guy that's out there playing because that's how the Hornets play.
But
can you imagine Damian Lillard out there with Hayward? Come on now, think of it.
What are we going to be, the 6th seed?
Huh?
So what are we going to be, the 5 seed, the 6 seed?
Do you think you're going to be better than what you are now with LaMelo?
Yes, but you're still not going to win the championship.
Oh, my
God. You can build around this kid that's on a rookie contract who's getting better instead of trading for a guy who's making max money. And then Gordon Hayward's going to be injured by March.
So that's a guy that if it comes
you would
down
have to trade Hayward with or someone with him for the money wise.
I
don't know who else they paying money wise. Terry Rozier, you trade Rozier.
Maybe if Lillard was 5 years younger, just going into his prime.
Do you know how old he is?
He's 30, 31, somewhere around there. Look, I'm not saying Damian Lillard isn't a better player than LaMelo
If they
Ball.
traded LaMelo right now, the Hornets were the 10 seed. And with the 11th pick in the draft, where are they going to be next year? 8th seed?
With LaMelo?
Right.
Yeah, they'd
if
be,
they traded for Dame,
where
would they be?
Maybe
they move up.
Would they be a 4 or 5?
Probably.
Yeah, there you are. With a Hayward, Rozier, I don't think it would need was to be a big man for the middle.
Lillard is 31 years, right on the head on his. He's born in 1990. Hey, 2 days ago actually. So nice. July 15th, my daughter's birthday. So Damian Lillard has the same birthday.
Just turned 30.
It's cool. It's birthday Quinky Dink Day here on KTC.
Yeah, I feel
July
like
15th.
Damian Lillard's actually one
my
of
granddaughter's birthday.
One of my favorite players in the league. So I do hate, having to talk about him like that. But I don't know. I just think the Hornets finally hit on a draft pick for the first time since Kemba, I feel like. And I don't know. I just don't want to trade him away after one season for, a team that's still not going to be a real title contender.
What oldest does the Hornets need? Got to have a big man.
They need a lot. to be a real title contender, they need a superstar somewhere.
I don't want them to win a playoff series. That hasn't happened in 20 years, 25 years.
If they trade for Damian Lillard, they can win a playoff series. I'll give you that.
Well, then that's what I want.
Okay.
I would trade our whole roster
to win a
for
playoff
Damian
series.
Lillard. Right, and then pay everybody else minimum wage. If they could get them in the playoffs and win a playoff series, I'm not the 9th, 10th seed, blah, blah, blah. I'm not that's just I don't know.
Is the big man coming back?
Who's that?
Like it is now.
Oh, I thought
with
you meant
Embiid,
like Cody
Giannis, and all of them guys, where you got to have a guy that's in the middle now.
Yeah, I think you do have to have some. So if you're going to be a top tier defense, I think you do have to have a big guy.
I sat there, Matt, when Boston made their trade and Al Horford's coming back. I said it's the best trade ever. We got rid of Kemba. He was proving nothing to us.
Yeah.
Never was the same Kemba that was in Charlotte. You know, and I was very happy with Horford for that deal.
Yeah, y'all definitely. Celtics had to do something for sure. Had to shake it up. It just wasn't working out. I hate it for Kemba. Obviously, I loved watching Kemba in Charlotte. It looks like the Hornets definitely knew something about that knee, the knee issues he's been having, and so hopefully, I don't know if he'll end up stuck in Oklahoma City or if they'll ship him off to somewhere else. Hopefully, he can get it back though. I always loved watching Kemba play.
Well, my thing, ever since Shaq was retired, and for the most part, since Jordan transformed the league to where most of the time, a lot of times, the best wing player wins the championship.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
The Hornets hadn't had a good wing player since when?
Ever.
so they draft Kemba. Let's say they hit on him. Okay, that's good. Let's say they did hit on LaMelo. I think that's still up for debate.
Oh,
Let's
for
say
sure.
they did hit on him. Unless they get two wings that can score 20 points a game, it'll never matter. And that's the thing with Charlotte. I don't care who you pick at point guard. Pick. We just keep missing these guys. They had a number 2 pick. We get MKG. Other teams get Kevin Durant at 2.
Well, they took.
You see what I mean? There's a 30-point difference.
So we took MKG at 2. Wasn't Bradley Beal the third pick?
Fourth.
The pick right after.
He was fourth.
Okay,
Yeah.
fourth.
He might have been third. He might have been third. You might.
He was right there.
He
in
was
the top
third or
5.
fourth. And yes, we could have somebody that scores 20 a game. And then we do this all the time. We're going to pick. Anytime your team picks a guy that says can play defense, that means he can't play basketball.
It means can't shoot.
Right. He's good on defense. Well, crap. Let's not take him in the first round. Let someone else take him. Anytime you pick a big man with potential. Well, crap. Bye-bye Noah Vonleh, Cody Zeller. Cody has – what's crazy about Cody is he has so much potential. And I thought he would put in a type of work to where he would not – I mean, Dirk's different. But a Dirk type of player where he's going to get 15 – in 80 game because of his athleticism and ability to shoot. He just never got better shooting.
No.
And that's what it's just you do know he had the highest vertical leap in that draft.
Did he really?
Vertical leap. Cody Zeller has the highest vertical leap in that draft. And I thought that would show big time, and it hasn't really too much. But I didn't hate the Cody Zeller pick at 4 now in retrospect. Yeah, I hated the MKG when it happened.
Yeah.
As soon as they showed the shooting for him, I was like,
well, we should have had the number 1 pick that year. That was the season we won like 8
8
games.
games. Was that the Anthony Davis?
That was the Anthony Davis
where they gave it to they gave it to the franchise
that was the
who left us.
Yeah.
Way to go, NBA. So basically, think about it, and it's kind of the same thing with the Browns. They left and Baltimore starts winning Super Bowls, but the NBA kind of screwed them there, and then I don't know.
Yeah, but he would have went through the same thing in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't still be on the Hornets.
Yeah, he would have done the same thing.
He'd have still forced his way to the Lakers.
Yeah. Yep.
Who?
Anthony Davis. If we had drafted him.
Yep.
Oh, you talk about it now? Well, maybe not, because you got to think once you get someone in your building, it's Team Jordan.
Maybe
he may have never signed with Clutch. If you're sitting there in Jordan's clutches from the get go.
Maybe if they still could have got Kemba too. Next year,
yeah.
If they could have paired those two together, maybe they could have had a nice run.
Well, we missed Dwight Howard by 1. We missed Shaq by 1. I mean, it's one after another. And then the ones they do pick, it's the worst pick of the draft. So that's been their issues. So I got a quick comparison for you. I believe LaMelo is closer to Michael Carter Williams than what ESPN makes him out to be. MKG, let's look at rookies of the year. They both won rookie of the year.
Yep.
Michael Carter Williams, LaMelo, 15-7 a game. MCW, 16-7 a game. LaMelo rookie year, 6.1 assists. Michael Carter Williams, 6.9 assists. LaMelo rookie season, 5.9 rebounds. And Michael Carter Williams, 6.2 rebounds. Michael Carter Williams, 1.9 steals. LaMelo, 1.6 steals. So he beat him in every category across the board on there. Now, I know it's a different season, but that's my comparison of the players, is that I don't see LaMelo progressing any more than that's who he is.
Well, so I
need somebody that's going to score 25 or 22 a game, and I don't think he'll ever be a 20-point scorer.
So that was literally the best season of Michael Carter Williams' career was his rookie season. He never improved
And
at
that's
all.
how I feel about
he got
LaMelo.
worse.
That's how I feel
You
about
think
LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball get worse?
Same player.
You think he's had the best?
Same player.
We've seen the best of LaMelo
Yeah,
Ball.
I agree. I'm the same way.
I disagree.
Now, look who Michael Carter Williams got player of the year, rookie of the year over. Oladipo. Giannis.
Well, Giannis was nothing when he came into. Nobody even knew who he was.
He was the 15th pick.
And he was about 150 pounds.
He did put on a lot of weight. A lot of weight.
Hardly
Draymond.
played.
Yeah.
Actually, he averaged 21 and 9.
Did he really?
And Michael Carter Williams got rookie of the year over him.
And Bucks team must have been terrible.
McCollum had 19 a game. Oladipo 17, and then Michael Carter Williams with his 16 points. Or is that career numbers? Is that career numbers? That's a lot.
No, Giannis averages more than 21 and 9. I would think.
That's about
his career.
That might be his rookie. Let's see, career. Yeah, no, that is his career numbers. So that wasn't his rookie year. Yeah,
his rookie year must have been like 5 points a game because he's averaging 30 the
I
last
think
3 years.
6.8.
Okay,
so 6.8, 4 rebounds a game. So what I'm saying is that Giannis gets 7 points a game, and the guy with 16 gets rookie of the year, which he should. But this year, Anthony Edwards had 19 a game, and LaMelo still got rookie of the year. Now, Michael, as far as that goes, there's one more thing as far as scoring wise, and I'm into the scoring. You know, I like assists.
That's where it all starts. I mean, you got to be able to put the ball in the bucket.
It's be hard. Of course, as soon as I look it up. Oh, here it is. As far as scoring wise goes, and I think Gordon Hayward was the key to the Hornets. And I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, he's the best player on that team.
His thing is, and Terry saw it in Boston, was his inconsistently. He'll get 30 or 10. And then average 20.
And then he'll get hurt before the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
With LaMelo, the Hornets were 5 games under 500. Without him, they were 10 and 9. With Hayward, they were 4 games over at 24 and 20. Without Gordon Hayward, 9 and 19. And that's the wing scoring.
Yeah.
All right, so Edwards had 36 20-point games. He had 63 10-point games. LaMelo had 39 10-point games.
Well, he missed half the season.
No. He missed about 15 games. So let's say LaMelo scores 20 points in all 15 of those games. He's still way less than Edwards across in all of those. And then so my best friend, he loves LaMelo. He sends me field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, effective field goal percentage. I don't know what TS percentage is.
True shooting percentage.
Holy crap.
I don't know how they calculate it. But.
Win shares, VOR. He sent me win shares, and I'm like, okay, whatever value that is, I just sent you that they were under 500 and over with him. I don't care what that is. And that's that Mike Trout Ward thing. But anyway, I don't see him progress. If he stays that way and we add 2 20-point scorers, then the Hornets will do something. But if they're going to say, this is our best player, we're going to be the 10 seed every year.
So I think he'll get better. If he doesn't get better, then Michael Jordan has to sell the team. If you take a kid 3rd overall and the only season he's ever remotely good is his rookie season, then you just completely wasted another top 5 draft pick. So I mean, I just don't.
Do we have to pick it?
I'd be shocked if this is as good as it gets for LaMelo Ball. I don't think he'll be the best point guard in the league or anything. I don't know that he'll ever lead the Hornets to a title as the best player on the team or anything, but he brought some excitement last year. He's got talent. You know, it looked good, at least as a rookie. I mean, I just think the Hornets aren't in a position. I don't know. He's like I said, I was down on the pick when it happened, and I was pleasantly surprised with how well he played while he was on the court last year.
So what do they need to do to make themselves better?
Real quick, Carter Williams, first 5 years was pretty much the same. All right, so he did get a 5-year run. He averaged 14 and a half, 6 and 6 in his first 5 years, and then it dropped off. I guess I don't know if he got hurt or drunk or what. I don't know. I don't know the Michael Carter Williams story.
If LaMelo doesn't,
Go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
If LaMelo's averages over the next 5 years are 14.5, 6, and 6, then I will be sitting here looking dumb for saying no. Don't trade him for Dame Lillard. I'll give you that. If he never gets better than that,
we'll agree on
then yes, we should absolutely trade him for Damian Lillard right now.
Well, that's what I think. I don't think his value will ever get higher. The ESPN has pumped him up to be so high to where I've got Matt here turning down a 25-point score for him, and I don't care.
It's just
the problems that me and Kevin always had was when he would do something and then you would watch television. It was LaMelo Ball, but this other guy might have had 25.
Yeah, but Terry Rozier gets 28.
But that's not LaMelo's fault, though.
The highlight on ESPN is LaMelo throws a cool pass.
I mean, I have a hard time with that. Did you not see this guy play?
That's not LaMelo's fault, though, that the media just gravitates to him.
But do you not think the media's pushing him that way?
Well, they are, for sure.
Made him Rookie of the Year as far as some of the voters.
It could be. I would put it past
that's
him.
my issue. And I don't care that much. Anthony Edwards, he can care if he wants to about the Rookie of the Year thing. I'll take the dude that dunks like that and gets 20 every. I've never seen that in Charlotte. Have we ever seen a player like Anthony Edwards in Charlotte? We've seen plenty of players averaging 16 points a game in Charlotte. But with somebody that can do what he does, I don't know if we've ever had a dunker. Eddie Jones might be the closest to dunking like that.
Yeah,
because Mashburn didn't dunk. Glenn Rice isn't a big dunker. Glenn Rice was the baller. He was the All-Star MVP. He's the best one we had.
I don't want to down talk Edwards to try and up LaMelo Ball. It's just I don't know. He's a freak athlete, and there's definitely some value in that. But if you've got to shoot the ball 20 times to get your 20 points, then I don't know how good you actually are.
There you go.
And he's only 18 too, so I mean he'll get better. But I don't know. I think it's close between the two of them. Edwards, Ball, I could see it go either way, really.
Or did LaMelo get that on account of the team that he was on, and Anthony had Curry and everybody else that took a lot away from him?
Yeah.
Out there. So they figure, well, he's going to get his points because these other guys, I mean, I understand every bit of that. I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, Portland's probably going to want a lot more than LaMelo Ball for Damian Lillard.
If just based on percentage-wise, if Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball took 3-pointers out of 100, LaMelo would hit 2 more than him. I'll take the guy that can dunk on everybody. Have you seen the replay where?
Oh, I've seen the dunks. They're impressive.
Have you seen the replay where LaMelo takes it to the rack? And he goes up with his little floater, and someone, I can't remember who the guy is, blocks it with his elbow back to half court.
I'm sure.
And Terry Rozier picks it up, has to pick it up and shoot the 3 from 40 feet away. And they're like, what an assist by LaMelo. He threw it off Hassan Whiteside's elbow. That's the thing. I think that's what aggravates me and Terry more. Look, 16-6, impressive, good year. I'll say that. But hey, I think Anthony Edwards is just. I think he's going to be the next star. I think he is a star. 19 a game.
He'll win the dunk contest before he's done.
19 a game. Y'all say he shot a lot. He only shot 16 shots a game.
What was his percentage?
I just told you he's only 2%.
Well, that's from 3.
Worse.
I'm talking about total. His field goal percentage.
417. LaMelo's 436. So if they shot 100 times, he'd make 2 more. There's those 2 shots y'all are wanting,
right?
Out of 100.
And he creates shots for his teammates.
Think about it.
I mean,
yeah. All right. So that's the whole. I think again that this may be your age thing. That's the whole LeBron. He creates shots for his teammates thing. You're valuing an assist. So LeBron and Jordan, when you look at the stats, the difference in them, besides the championships, Jordan averages 3 more points than him a game. Right. There's my 3. And at the end of the night, you can have 15. You can have 98 points and 23 assists, and I have 100 points and 1 assist. Who wins the ball game? I don't care about your pass to Porky Pig in the corner.
I can have 98 points and how many assists?
1 assist. No, 23 assists. You could do 42 assists if you get all 2s, or 44 assists. My point is that if when you're doing that, if one guy's got 3 more points a game, and the other guy's got 1 more assist or 2 more assists than him, I think the points value way more than the 2 assists do. And
I give you that. Points are more valuable than assists, but I don't know. I mean, they could both score. I mean, he scores. How many assists does Anthony Edwards average?
Let's see. 3 assists a game and 5 rebounds. So 19, 5, and 3 against 16, 6, and 6. Well, again, it's just about what everybody would want better. I want the guy that's going to score. That is not the rookie sheet I pulled up. That's baseball. Never mind.
I don't know.
Anyway, Terry, NBA Finals.
Yes. We've talked NBA for 15 minutes. And
Matt,
got to the
we're
finals.
getting to know Matt a little bit, talk about Hornets. NBA Finals now. It's 2-2. Matt, I'll tell you where we stand on it. I think Terry picked the Suns.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the Bucks. I don't hate people, but I'm not a fan of Chris Paul. And the number one reason why is because he hits other men in the man parts with his hands. And like, I cannot respect someone. And they're wondering why both his wrists are hurt here in the finals. Maybe he's been slapping other dudes in the man region. So I'm not a fan of Chris Paul. However, I'm torn in this because I love Devin Booker.
Okay.
Met him and DeAndre Ayton at the All-Star game. Both of them couldn't be any nicer.
Nice.
Now, with that said, I like the Phoenix Suns. I've liked that franchise. I've no problems with them. I've not been a big fan of the Bucks. I just think they're ugly. The Bucks. So that's my only opinion on that. Giannis, we was talking earlier. I think when you look at his stats, and I'll pull them up in a minute. His stats are identical to Charles Barkley. He is a 7-foot Barkley. Neither one of them could shoot the 3 that well, but he reminds me a lot of if Barkley and David Robinson had a kid. That's who Giannis would be.
I like the Barkley better than the Shaq, just because.
Well, you're right. The young Shaq, and I get when people say that because Giannis right now at 25, what's he going to look like at 30?
Right.
If he just started pounding food and drinking like Vin Baker and Shaq, he might look like them when he's 35.
It could.
But I don't think the Greek Freak is going to do that. But anyway, looking at that, that's how Giannis is playing points and average-wise. He's Barkley, 7 foot. I don't have a dog in this fight, whether or not. I guess the Chris Paul thing is where he ranks all the time. As far as any of that goes, Terry, how are you feeling about your son's pick? Is Paul?
It's one of them things that I picked the Suns, but I hope the Bucks win.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's I just think that the way that Phoenix has been playing is the only reason I took them. It's like that was nice, but it's one of them things. Yeah, Chris Paul has brought to me a new addition to them. Now he did not play well the last game, and they evened the series back up. But now you're going back to Phoenix, where Booker is proving that, hey, I can lead a team. If it's put on my shoulders, I can take you to where you need to be. But I just think Chris Paul made them a better team with him on the court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were on the Best in Sports show a couple weeks ago up on WLON.
Mm-hmm.
I think I picked the Suns in 7. I think was my official pick before the series started. I'm not surprised with how it's gone 2-2. I thought it would be tight throughout. I think Phoenix will come back. I think they'll get Game 5 tonight. I don't think Chris Paul will be that bad as he was Game 4. I tell you, if Phoenix is gonna win, it's gonna be because of Chris Paul. If he's gonna keep playing like this, they will lose. They won't win. No matter how good Devin Booker is, he's not good enough to do it himself.
I love Devin Booker.
I like Devin Booker, but they need Chris Paul if they're going to win this championship.
I'm into the best scorer. I think he's the best scorer on the floor.
He is.
If he was 7 foot, he would be Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah.
But Giannis he's so big.
Do you really think so though?
What?
I mean, if the game's on the line, Chris Paul was the guy who showed up last series. When the game was on the line, I'm going to show up. I'm going to do what I can. I'm the leader.
That's why
and he did. I mean, this is Game 4, and Booker scores 40-some. Can you do this in Game 7? There's a difference. Can you play me now in a Game 4, or can you play me in a Game 7?
Yep.
Chris Paul will show up in Game 7.
That's why I picked Phoenix, is because I think it goes 7, and if it goes that way, I just trust Chris Paul more than I trust a Giannis or a Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton's one of those that comes and goes.
Yeah.
And he's got to show up.
All right. Do you believe that games are fixed?
I'd like to think they're not, but I mean,
I 100% do.
We've seen that they have been in the past.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, you'd be naive to think there's nothing going on.
Example A.
Mr. Scott Foster?
Yes.
Maybe Chris Paul's just a
Suns
jerk.
up 0-2. He is. You're right. He is. Suns up 2-0. Go to Milwaukee. Now, you can't beat us on home. We're so good you can't beat us. We go to your floor where the referee that comes in games that Chris Paul has played in, he's 0-11.
Yeah.
He's now 0-12 after they lost by 20. Was it 28 points or 18 points, something like that? So I can beat you 2 games in a row, but the third game I can't even compete because we changed the colors of the floor. There's green on the floor. I can't shoot as well now. Now, in that game, Giannis shot more free throws than the Suns. Tell me it's not fixed.
I don't know. Well, game 4, they just refused to foul Devin Booker out. So
yeah, he got to do whatever he wanted to. I think overall, Terry, whether or not whatever you think's fixed, whatever, I think overall the NBA reffing has been horrible.
It's like it always is.
And when you watch the Olympic basketball, and a lot of people are pointing this out, it was like, why is Team USA not scoring 100 points? Is because they're not giving them all this BS.
Yeah.
And the international refs are not giving you the extra step and the extra push off and the extra everything that the NBA refs have been allowing to sell tickets in the regular season for so long. And then now when they get to playoffs, they're like, why are we scoring less? Well, the refs calling on some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've told you before, that 10-second thing on Giannis thing drives me nuts.
Oh, yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
You have to. It's either a rule or not a rule.
Yeah.
And if you wanted a rule, I said just change it 15 seconds and nobody will say anything.
Yeah, but we can't sit here and go because them people that's in the stands are counting awful fast.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
at 14 when you ain't even got to 10 yet.
Yeah.
But either way, he's all over the 10 to 11 to 12 range.
Yeah, he's in there. I agree.
And it doesn't take that long to shoot a free throw.
I just think it was a joke. I think it was the first round against Miami when the first time they ever called it. It was at the very end of a tight game, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get it for him now." And it's like he shot 10 free throws this game, and they all took him 20 seconds.
If they called it on the first one,
exactly, either call it or don't call it.
And the reffing has just been
and call it for
ways.
everybody.
That's what I said. Both ways it's been aggravating.
Giannis can't be the only guy in the league that stands there for 10 seconds before he shoots it.
Probably not.
I mean, he might be the only player
Alonzo
of that
used to take
caliber.
forever?
He did.
Karl Malone did too. They used to count off Carl. Alonzo would sit up there and touch his forehead 7 times with his wristband. He got his little wristband and he'd dribble twice, and he would do this with his wristband a couple of times. I don't know what he was doing. I wish they would call the calls the way they should be called. Team USA, Bradley Beal's out. Kevin Love's out. I never thought I'd say this out loud. JaVale McGee is in.
Is he really like the next best option we got?
All we got.
Well, my whole deal is
Matt,
why?
when you never teach a big man how to play down low, and you get to this point and you don't have any 7-footers because nobody knows how to play down low.
Yeah, I know.
They're all soft.
We got
all of our
JaVale
7-footers are think they're small forwards.
There's not an American 7-footer out there better than JaVale McGee. There might not be. I'm struggling to come up with one. So
if you can,
right.
I'm waiting.
Karl Anthony Towns would be the one, but he decided he wanted to play for the Dominican Republic instead.
Yeah, but how did Garland get on the team? How did Grant get on the team?
Yeah, I don't know. How did Kevin Love get there? I mean, and now he's off. But
now, why would have? I know he's crazy. But international play and having a big man that can shoot block shots, why is Hassan Whiteside's not been involved?
He'd be better in
What about,
JaVale McGee.
Is Gobert American?
No, he's French.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, is he playing for the French team? Okay, that's what we need is a 7-foot in international play. You need it, and in the NBA play, we're out there. They were showing them. They're talking about them. They're out there doing the one-on-one shake and bake, kick it and shoot, and the European defense. They're running plays and everything, and that's one thing, Terry. You can when you play against, and people don't understand when you play against someone who's organized, you can't be unorganized.
That's true. I agree.
On the bat, no matter what you got on the basketball court, well, you say whatever you want about Jordan and Pippen, they still ran the triangle every play.
Well, when the United States was playing the other week, and I sent out all them tweets to Kevin and them, I was so frustrated. I mean, we've only lost 2 exhibition games all the way up to now, and we've lost 2 now.
Yep.
You know, on account of when it comes down to the other team
of
out.
The 4 they've lost,
yeah.
Who's the coach in 3 of them?
Well,
same guy.
Yeah.
Popovich. No, it's exhibition games, Harry.
Yeah, I do understand that. But my whole deal is the other team out hustles us.
Mm-hmm.
They're more aggressive than us. And then when we're coming down and our shots are on KD or on Damian, they cannot hit them. I mean, I have a hard time with this. I mean, come on, let's build a lead. And then, we sit back, and I know I go over with Kevin about Draymond. But, when Draymond finally scores a couple, we do better. He's the only guy out there really playing defense.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really, because KD's not playing D, Damian's not playing D.
And he's the only guy out there that really sets up other guys, is looking to get his teammates involved.
Yeah, even when the guys on television is saying they need to switch Draymond over to him to stop him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on, get real, get with the program. I know, again, these are exhibitions. But when you're 54-2, and now you're 1-2, so you're 55-4. Now you've already lost double what you have all history since 1992. I think they went back to, or 72, something like that. But I don't know. I have a hard time thinking this team will win gold.
They better step it up if they're going to.
They're going to have to.
Yeah.
And then when I'm looking at their bench, and I'm like, here comes Garland, here comes Grant in, I'm like, okay, where did they come from?
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Do we have to put those guys in?
Really? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just cannot see us winning gold.
Yeah, I know Trey Young has been pretty vocal about how he's not pleased that he's not on the team. I don't know why a guy like that didn't get an invite over a Jeremy Grant.
There's like 50 people on the roster. How is Trey? Is he not even on the 50?
I guess not. I know he's been pretty vocal about how he's.
I'm trying to get that. I know he had been, and I'm trying to. My internet started going slow all of a sudden. I was trying to pull up the rosters and the box scores on those.
And then what did we do? Last night our girls come out and get beat.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about them for 1 second. Let me back up on them. Did you see you're talking about exhibitions. Did you see the one they lost?
To Australia?
No.
No.
Worse than that. Team USA.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Lost to the WNBA All-Stars.
Yes, sure did.
And I'm sure a lot of those WNBA All-Stars were actually playing for Team USA. So
that's what I'm saying.
Like
is that
an all-star
not the B team?
Yeah.
Is that
Sue
not the
Bird even come out and was very disappointed they lost to them.
Yeah.
You can't. Listen, winning against another nation and actual pros.
We can't even beat the B team.
You can't beat the B team.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the one that grabbed me. Getting 10 millionaires to play. Here's my thing with today's email. A lot of it and what we talk about is think about Cody Zeller's making $10 million a year, and you're asking that's the guy you want to hustle. That's the guy you want to dive on the ground. So you want me to get to risk banging my knee on the floor and I'm getting paid $10 million?
Yeah, I
that's different than Lambeer making $200,000.
I don't know. You
totally different.
You better find some guys that want to win then, because it sounds like Cody Zeller doesn't want to win.
Right. So I mean, I meant as an American player.
Right.
So when you go play Argentina and stuff.
Well, yeah, if you're playing international ball,
all
can
of these guys aren't
understand
making millions.
Why you wouldn't want to dive on the
and
ball.
I might hustle.
Yeah.
I'm going to hustle as an Argentinian making $50,000 a year against Kevin Durant making $20 million a year, and he's not going to dive on this ball or go after this ball.
That's the thing, though. If our guys don't want to actually play, put forth the effort, if they don't want to do it, then they should just say, I'm out, and we should start taking college players like back in the day.
I agree.
Or, like an under 25 team. There's enough young stars.
We don't have any more college players.
But now, on the opposite end.
They're on the NBA benches.
That's what I'm saying. They're like an under 25 team. Like
on the opposite end, Popovich would be like Kevin, because Kevin sent back, it's exhibition. That's how Popovich would look at it. Oh, who cares? It's exhibition. We'll get better. No big deal.
To get real.
But I'm like, okay, we've got this great record, and like now this means nothing.
Yeah. It's about to get real. They better step it up.
I was trying to get the box score up. Well, I was pulling up a PDF. Jeez. Here's how bad it is. It has been as far as people not caring about those exhibitions. You can't find the box scores or live scores.
Yeah, you cannot find them.
And
then
the WNBA USA girls basketball was on the front page of ESPN being broadcast live, and you could watch that live action box score. And I'm like, I just want to know what happened. Did I just break my own headset? No. I want to know what happened with USA and Argentina, and you're showing me the B team, the B WNBA team. At that game at halftime, one player was in double figures. Neither
Yeah,
team
they
had
missed a lot of
neither
shots.
team had got to 50.
Yeah,
And this
they
is
missed a lot of
the
shots.
top 40 women in the world or in our country.
It's been playing good defense.
Well,
okay. All I ever heard
An
about was
all-star
Sue Bird and her
exhibition game.
assist.
That's what it was. Against Australia, they finally put Draymond on the bench where he belongs, and they won by 28, Terry.
Oh, Lordy. He scored more points in that game than he did in the last two, and when they needed defense, they put him in.
See, Terry walks into what I want to say.
Oh, Lordy.
The Warriors last year were 13-3 when Draymond scored 8 points. They had a losing record where he couldn't get 8.
Yeah.
That's all it is, Matt. We're not asking you to do anything.
All I
Just
know
get
is
8.
when he
Please,
gets
can you get
That's
8?
not what he does.
when he gets a triple-double, they are about almost unbeaten.
God forbid, yeah, because he's getting more than the 8
exactly
points.
right.
I just said.
When Draymond, best in the NBA all time.
The game
when
before,
Draymond gets
Matt,
a triple-double.
the game before when they lost to.
So give him the ball.
Who'd they get beat by in the second game?
Australia.
He had 1 point.
No, yeah, that's it. That's what he does.
and they
He doesn't score. He doesn't look to score. I mean, he can't shoot. He's
awful.
No, it's not. But his name is mentioned more than anybody's because when some other guy on that other team.
Because he has the same publicist as LaMelo Ball does.
Even the people on
defense.
the announcing says you need to switch him, put him on that guy.
He's the best defender on that team.
Matt,
no
last
doubt.
year, Draymond gave up more points to opposing power forwards than any player in the NBA.
Yeah, but he's always guarding the best one, and he's undersized. Playing center
he
on that
reminds me
team.
of a Michael
Against
Jordan. Give
other
me the
power
best guy.
Against other power forwards, Draymond Green gave up the most points per game in the NBA. Dead last. Dead last. He's got a good publicist, though.
I don't know. I watch him, and he knows what he's a great team defender. He's in the right spot. He cleans up a lot of mistakes with a guy like Steph at the top of that defense.
Matt,
that
you can come back next week, Kevin.
Matt,
would you
trade
on here?
Would you trade Draymond for Ben Simmons?
Absolutely.
There you go, Terry. Terry says no.
What?
He's 10 years. He's 5 years younger. They're the same.
A
player.
guy that cannot shoot free throws, you got to sit on your
Draymond
bench.
can't either.
I would rather have Draymond in my lineup that can play
Terry's about
defense.
to unwelcome you.
Oh, Lord.
I just think if you take Ben Simmons and put him with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, he's going to look a whole hell of a lot better than
They'll
he
not
looks
have him
now.
in the game at the end where Draymond's in the game. He'll be setting the bench like he was.
He
for
won't have the
Philadelphia.
ball in his hands, that's for sure.
If 8 of these players on Team USA walked in here today, besides them being taller than the ceiling, I wouldn't know who they were. I'm looking at this team. Honestly, I have no idea who Darius Garland is, Josh Maggette, Keldon Johnson, Sadiq Bey. So I remember Sadiq Bey.
I don't know who Josh Maggette is.
I remember Sadiq Bey in the mock drafts. Josh Maggette's Corey Maggette's third cousin. John Jenkins, Dakota Mathias, Cam
Who's John
Reynolds.
Jenkins?
And the only reason I know who Jeremy Grant is because I know he gets playing time over Bol, and it drives me crazy.
Dakota Mathias is on our Olympic national team?
Right, and Trey Young isn't. And Anthony Edwards
is
on the
Dakota
practice
Mathias in the NBA?
I don't even know who that is.
I remember him from I vaguely remember him from college, like in the NCAA tournament one year.
There was one guy that was something like there was a story like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe I don't know. I vaguely remember that name, Dakota Mathias, but I definitely never thought I'd see him on the U.S. men's national team Olympic roster.
So Durant had 17 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Bradley Beal had 7. He's out. He had 17 on 5 of 8 shooting. So it's Zach LaVine, Lillard, and a bunch of scrubs right now.
Yeah.
And Durant.
Durant, obviously. Durant, Lillard, Zach LaVine. That's it.
And Draymond.
Terry.
Bam Adebayo is solid.
Bam is.
He's solid. Yeah, losing Bradley Beal is going to hurt them bad.
But Bam, he gets 12 points, 5 assists.
Yeah, I mean he's
5 rebounds.
I don't know. Bradley Beal did nothing like the first 2 games. So.
Yeah,
it was all KD and Damian.
He's questionable. All right.
Yeah, just when the replacement is JaVale McGee, that's when you run into the issue.
JaVale McGee. That's Roy. You know whose fault this is? Roy Williams.
It's Roy Williams.
He didn't produce one 7-footer. in his years at
No,
Carolina.
it's the NBA's. He taught 7-footers how to play like a big man. The NBA just didn't want him because that's not how they play in the NBA.
Oh, okay. All right, JP, you up and ready in there? You excited?
You put Armando Bacot on this team. He's got some post moves down there.
He's coming back. We'll be back in a minute. KTC Broadcasting.
He's better in Dakota.
Question: where do you buy a used car with a lifetime warranty? The answer is Friendship in Forest City. Friendship has lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. That's Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City.
JR's Pro Rodeo is coming to the Shelby Fairgrounds Friday, July 16th and Saturday, July 17th. It's bareback riding, saddle bronc riding, calf roping, barrel racing, and the most dangerous sport in the world, bull riding. Plus, kids mutton busting each night for kids up to 50 pounds. Gates open at 6:30. Rodeo action starts at 8. Cash only accepted at the gate.
He looks as though he's going to do it.
Don't miss the fun and excitement of JR's Pro Rodeo under the covered grandstands at the Shelby Fairgrounds Friday and Saturday, July 16th and 17th.
It's electric. The city of Kings Mountain welcomes the Voltage Brothers to Patriots Park Saturday, July 17th. For the first time ever, the Voltage Brothers will appear at Liberty Falls Amphitheater, performing music from all genres spanning over 50 years. You'll hear your favorites.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up.
There's R&B, swing, Carolina beach music, disco, funk, jazz, Motown, pop, and classic rock hits. Bring your lawn chair, but be prepared to dance. This electrifying group is guaranteed to get you up on your feet. This free concert begins at 6 p.m. with legendary disc jockey Jim Schaefer of Magic 96 fame. The Voltage Brothers take the stage at 6:30. Don't forget our cruise in. All makes and models are welcome. See you at Patriots Park, 220 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. That's Saturday, July 17th.
I can't stop the feeling.
Don't miss the Golf Shop Radio Show this Wednesday from 11 to 12. Presented by GolfKnickers.com, the leader in traditional golf apparel. Mark Greenheld and Matt Blanchard go from tee to green and everything in between. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock on Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Would you believe Tom's Tables in Cherryville has the largest selection of pool tables in the area? Well, it's true. Over 80 tables ready to go. And now Tom's Tables is offering a spring special. Take $150 off any table in stock. Come on out and see the selection. A pool table would make a great gift for the entire family. And remember Tom's Table for pool table repair. From replacing cushions to assembling to dismantling, moving, and more. Call 704-678-0064 or drop by. Tom's Tables, 7507 Dallas Cherryville Highway at Pink's Auto Sales. Getting ready for a long haul? Then head to This and That Trading Post in Dallas. This week, they've got magnetic and wired trailer lights starting at $12. Tie it down with 15-foot ratchets. They've got the tie downs for $6. Jump it off with a set of 100-amp booster cables for $5.50. This and That Trading Post in Dallas has Calvin Klein pillows for $15.75. Galen's refrigerators are $99. Also, family name brand breakfast cereals, $2 a box, and 20-ounce bags of black walnuts, $2 each. This and That Trading Post, 3857 Dallas High Shoals Road in Dallas, right across from the trade lot. Like them on Facebook, too.
And welcome to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Welcome back, JP. JP, who won Wimbledon last week? You had one job.
I think it was Dorkovich again. Unfortunately.
You sounded excited about that. Who won again? Say it out loud, JP.
Dorkovich. I know his name is pronounced
I know you're getting it right.
Djokovic.
I know what you're doing this time.
Yeah,
You don't
I
like
just
him.
don't like him. I've never liked him.
JP likes one sport, and it's tennis.
I like the Olympics, but
What's your favorite Olympic sport?
oh, which one? Winter or summer?
Let's go summer. It's summertime.
Summer. Well,
what are some of the ones you like? How about that one? Do you watch swimming?
I like swimming, yeah.
Do you?
I mean, granted, Phelps isn't in it this year, although he's already the most decorated Wimbledon, decorated Olympian of all time. But I mean, still.
See, I don't know if that counts. Should that count?
What?
Well, Jordan, he only got an opportunity to win one championship as a team. They didn't have man one-on-one. They didn't have 3-on-3. They didn't have dunk contest. They didn't have a free throw contest. Then they didn't have a 3-point contest. So like where you could win 5 and 6 medals at a time.
Yeah.
And the guys like that, the track and field guys, they can win multiple medals for doing multiple events. And I'm just wondering, should we count that as most decorated that way, or should you say? I mean, it's impressive winning a different. Like track's a little bit different because you're doing like if I throw a javelin, if I do a decathlon and run 100 meters, that's different.
Yeah.
But swimming, I don't know. What do you think, JP?
I kind of agree with that more or less. I mean, to me, it's not exactly a sport because you're just in the water. But
you're trying not to. It's survival, isn't it? You're trying not to drown. Fastest one not to drown wins.
Well,
ain't that the definition of swimming? Fastest one not to drown and get beat by the shark, you're the winner. But what's funny about that, man? I'll give you a funny quick story. Terry knows it. I don't know. Had a PE teacher. Cherville, everybody knows for 30 years. And if you walked in every day, you got the same speech. Swimming is the best exercise. Because if you don't swim, you drown.
You be in bad shape.
I swear, everybody in Cherville High School heard that for 25 years of PE first period. But what do you think, Terry?
Just keep going.
Next. No comments on the Olympics, Terry?
No. I mean, I'm glad the Olympics are coming, but do y'all watch the Olympics? I mean, constantly when they're on?
Not
fencing.
Constantly. If I'm not doing anything,
it's
if I'm just
on
hanging
all day.
out, I'll put them on.
I would like to watch the 100 meters if I can remember and know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch that
I'd like
stuff.
to watch that.
I got it now. Fencing.
Fencing. You want to watch fencing?
Yes.
I didn't even know that was the summer sport, but I'll go with
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
assumed it was winter, considering they were covered in winter camouflage and lots of clothing so they don't get cold, right?
I think it's in the summer game. They
Ain't
do
that
it
what
inside.
Fencing isn't because you get cold because you're covered in layers?
I think it's so you don't
They're
get
covered in
stabbed.
white and layers. That's what polar bears do. You're telling me that's not a winter sport?
No, it's
Oh, okay. Tell me it wouldn't be more exciting on ice.
It would definitely
Well,
be more
it'd be more exciting on ice, yeah.
And hey,
ice skates, but fencing.
I want fencing on ice. First blood wins.
There you go.
Right? Speaking of first blood, Terry, how's your left ankle doing this weekend after watching Conor McGregor's leg fall off?
Yeah, how about that?
Did anyone of y'all watch any of that?
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
did. Okay.
I did not.
I watched it.
So tell me about it. Any comments on it?
It's pretty nasty.
when Poirier pointed at his leg, did he hear his leg crack when he did that?
I don't know. McGregor's now saying that it was broken before the fight.
Before.
Yeah, he broke it in training. And
Should they allow him to do that? Some people were saying that what happened was that they knew it. Dana White said, "Do it anyway. I'll guarantee you a fourth fight if you do it."
Hey,
that's the rumor that's going on. Is that I'll guarantee you a fourth fight if you go ahead and go through with this if something happens.
Dana White's all about his money, and if McGregor pulls out, he's not getting those pay-per-view buys, so I could see it. I mean, I don't know that that's what happened, but, I mean, I don't know if it was broken before, because he came out the first couple minutes just throwing tons of kicks. So if
Is that not ignorant?
Yeah, I mean, if he
And that's
came
what I'm
into the
saying.
fight
Like,
with a
that's
broken
ignorant.
leg, why are you lighting this guy up with kicks?
You should kick one time, much less.
No,
yeah,
yes.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I think it probably did crack when he threw one of those leg kicks and Poirier
Now,
pointed
one of the
at
other
it.
conspiracies is that McGregor was trying to crack his leg because he didn't want to get
Yeah, he was
his
getting
head
his,
beat
he was
off.
getting his face beat
Is that-
in
is that
before
he
they
was
got
trying
up.
To,
yeah.
He was trying to break his own leg.
Mission accomplished.
I'm just saying. You guys watched it. Or, Terry, did you watch it?
I watched it. I
So
sure did.
you guys watched it. How was?
He was going to lose that fight.
What time
Yeah,
did
he
they?
was.
What time did they start fighting?
Oh, God, like midnight.
It was close.
So
It was close.
So at
Yeah.
midnight, you got 45 seconds till a leg fell off. Till he
No,
Dak Prescott.
They fought the whole first round. It literally
2.5 minutes?
It literally
How long is a round?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It broke with literally like 3 seconds left, and he fell over. Because Poirier had him on the ground, and he's just dropping elbows on his face. And then he decided to let him get up for like the last 20 seconds, and they threw a little bit. McGregor stepped back, and his leg snapped. But I was listening to some Joe Rogan interview, and he was talking about how they've had like 4 or 5 people's like compound fractures like that in legs in the last couple years. And he's saying it's something that they didn't see that often in mixed martial arts, before that, which is crazy because, I mean, those guys killing each other in there. But I don't know what it is.
I think I saw part of what you're talking about. One guy's been involved in 2 of them.
Yeah, a guy that he was fighting Anderson Silva when he snapped his leg.
If it's only happened 4 times, don't you think that maybe, and we're talking about Connor's, don't you think maybe they all might have already been pre-cracked?
Messed up
before that happened? If it's such a rare occurrence for that to happen, and then we know that might have been with Connor, I mean, I'm not a total mathematician, but you might want to look that might have happened before.
I know Rogan hypothesized that, maybe guys are just going in trying to break other people's legs.
What weight are they fighting at?
McGregor? I think it's like 155 or something like
Terry,
that.
You remember any of it?
I don't know.
145, 155.
Here's my
in there.
question as a fight fan, or as someone who likes to fight. When I see guys fighting at 155, I know they could, anybody can knock somebody out with the right punch. But I see that and I'm like, that don't impress me. Where are the heavyweights? Are there no heavyweights? Why is the UFC heavyweight division not like a big time?
It's pretty big. I mean,
I wouldn't, even in boxing, that was the same way. Because welterweights, when you had Sugar Ray and you had
what I'm saying, as the type of fan I am, I'm not impressed or care about watching guys under 200 pounds hit each other.
I mean, you had all of them guys in the welterweight division. I would prefer to watch that than your heavyweight.
See, but at that time, I want to see the big guys.
I like both.
Besides all, I mean, then you had heavyweights. You had Leon Spinks and people who were dagging pulling up Cesar Muhammad.
Here's why: because the heavyweight would beat those little guys. So while watching little guys fight, to me, that's like watching a WNBA game opposed to an NBA game.
I don't know.
So Conor McGregor's a WNBA player to me compared to Tyson and Evander Holyfield. If you can't beat a 200-pound guy, you're fighting a 155. What are we really doing? So where's the limit?
What about wrestling?
Do y'all want to watch 2 guys fight at 110? Like, there's a limit.
We got a 95-pound
group
in wrestling. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's
I don't know. I like the speed of the lighter guys. I mean, they throw their punches a whole lot faster, but I like watching the heavyweights too because, I mean, they just throw so hard.
I just want to see people knock each other out. I'm one of those, I want a knockout or it's not a fight.
But they got knockout artists
Floyd Mayweather's not that's just a show. That's not a fight. It's
McGregor's known for knocking people out. There's guys in those smaller weight classes that are known for having heavy hands.
I want them to knock they knock out the biggest.
That's why they have weight classes.
The thing that gets me with Conor is the few fights that he's had, and he's multimillionaire. Because he first 10 fights he fought, he was 9-1. He's like 1-3 in his last ones. Yeah. So he's 11-4 total.
Yeah, he's lost it. He's not what he was anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But he brings in more money when he just goes
because he runs his mouth.
At some points, the money is more important than the actual fighting skills. My point is kind of like this. Let's say dog fighting was legal, and you went to the fair and you could go to different fights. Would you be hanging out in the Chihuahua arena? Or would you be hanging out over in the American Stafford or in the big boy arena? Which one would you be? Would you be in the wolf arena? Would you be watching wolves fight? Or would you be watching the Chihuahuas fight, some Yorkie poos? We've got a border collie scruffle over here in the corner. Or which one? That's what I see when I see fighting. That to me as a non-fan, I know there's a science to it and you're doing points. I just want to see 2 dudes just beat the biggest, baddest fighter. Like, I know that guy can't get beat by another guy.
I mean, if I'm on the street and there's 2 fights going on and one of them's between a couple of guys my size and then the other one's between 2 NFL linebackers, I'm going to go watch the 2 bigger guys fight. I'm with you on that.
Here's another one.
But I do still enjoy watching the
Let's say Tyson
McGregors.
Holyfield's in the ring, okay? How many people in the stands could beat up either one of those 2?
None of them.
Oh, probably none.
How many people in the stands could beat up Conor McGregor?
None of them.
I bet some of them could.
Yeah.
What if Tyson's in the stands?
If Tyson, okay. Well, not now. No, not now.
What I'm saying is, how many people in the stands are 200 plus?
But do they have fighting experience?
It doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does.
Do you think? Okay, Larry Allen's never fought anybody. You think Conor McGregor could beat him up?
I think he'd knock him out. Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Matt.
I don't think he could touch him.
You think Conor McGregor would win in a fight against Larry Allen?
He'd take him down and choke him out.
Then why don't he
It's
fight
no worse than
heavyweights like
daggum
that?
Conor fighting Mayweather.
Because the heavyweights that fight in MMA train MMA fighting.
And when that fight was going to happen, this is a problem I'm saying. When that fight was going to happen, ain't nobody in the world, only them Conor McGregor people thought that he would beat Mayweather. Wasn't no way in the world. Everybody knew that was a joke.
Right.
Mayweather's more of a boxer and than Conor McGregor was going to be able to do his thing to him.
All right, JP, one more break. We'll come back. We'll talk NFL on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
For the first time ever at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, it's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full, floor to ceiling, nose to tail, full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and online at hendrickappliance.com. Located at 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back. Now you can get more for your trade-in at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia. Now get up to 120% value on your trade-in. Get the most ever for your trade. And check out the great deals, including the 2021 Volkswagen Jetta. Lease it for $220 per month or buy it for 0% APR financing for 60 months. Trade in now for the best deal ever at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at classicvwgastonia.com.
It's time to head for the mountains. Crowder's Mountain Golf Course, that is. The course is absolutely beautiful, and you can play and ride 18 holes Monday through Friday for $28 and after 2 p.m. for $25. Play and ride 18 holes on weekends for $38 and $33 after 2 p.m. Seniors play and ride Monday through Friday for $25, and Monday is Ladies' Day. Ladies play and ride on Mondays for only $18. That's at the Crowder's Mountain Golf Course, 255 Lincoln Academy Road in Kings Mountain. For tee times, call 704-739-7681.
Well, now take down your fishing pole and meet me at the fishing hole.
Before you head to the fishing hole, head first to the Great Outdoors in Cherryville. You'll find all you need to catch the big one that got away last time. From rods and reels to lures to those great Camus boats along with expert advice. And now just arrived, new lacrosse boots. Try one on for size at the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right behind McDonald's. Online at teamgreatoutdoors.com and see the page at whatsupshopper.com. Plumbing problems? Well, if you're not an expert plumber, then we invite you to call the Expert Plumbers. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. Just call 828-245-7302. Recommended since 1973. From faucets to sinks to toilets, from sewer and drains to well pumps, from dishwashers to disposals to bathroom remodeling, residential and commercial, new homes too. Don't let your plumbing problems drive you plumb crazy. Call Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Olmsted Plumbing is now hiring for skilled service technicians and skilled equipment operators.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I think they're talking football now.
We're talking football.
We wasn't talking football. We was talking boxing.
That's
what we was doing. And that's just like when we mentioned, I'm going to even say what we said. Anybody ever watch Lennox Lewis fight?
I didn't know you was the Lennox Lewis fanboy.
You know,
I'll go there.
He would never let people get close enough to hit him. And then people saying, well, Mike Tyson argument. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't get close enough. That's just like today's heavyweight boxing with Wilder and Fury. Lennox Lewis would destroy both of those because they'd never get close for it to happen. And people say Lennox Lewis wasn't a fighter. Lennox Lewis could fight. And I don't know. That's just me.
Terry, I'm not saying he ain't any good. I'm saying he's not the GOAT like you're pointing. You're kind of making it out to be. That's the difference.
You called him a defamatory term off air.
I did.
You said some worse things about him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not to go. That's my reason he's not to go.
Okay.
The reason Shaq's not is he couldn't shoot free throws and he couldn't beat Luke. He got swept by Luke Longley and Greg Ostertag. Okay. I have a reason for everyone not being for some reason. LeBron has a bronze medal, and he's going to pass to Porky Big in Space Jam 2 in the corner for the win.
Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
I mean, come on. Jordan ain't got no bronze medal. What is that? LeBron's. They named it after him. It's French. Over in the NFL, are you guys going to get Aaron Rodgers or what?
I want to tell you something about the NFL before we ever start on anything. I am so tired of hearing that Tom Brady don't come out in July saying, "Oh, he had a torn MCL,
torn MCL."
Yeah, the whole time he was playing,
Talk
the
about
whole
PR.
year. Come on, get real. I don't believe. I think
hey.
that's the now. You talking about being a joke?
He's got
that's
7
a joke.
titles.
Right, like the whole world is already impressed at the fact that you joined a new team and won a Super Bowl, and then 5 months later you got to come out and be like, "Oh yeah, my knee was torn up too."
The whole year.
Didn't say anything all year, but now in July, all of a sudden he was playing on the torn MCL.
Yeah. Well,
I'm about sick of Tom Brady.
I'm about sick of Tom Brady.
Like, God, I didn't retire, bro.
I didn't
Come on,
expect
man.
us to be there. The thing about Brady last year is he came over to the Breeze and Rodgers hadn't made a Super Bowl in 10 years since either one of them. We talk about they're the best players, they're the best quarterbacks, and then Brady comes over here in 1 year, beats them both,
wins Super Bowl.
So anyway, what I was trying to ask you is, are the Broncos ever going to end up with Aaron Rodgers on the team?
I hope.
Who's your quarterback right now?
It's competition, Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater.
So you win.
Can you be better than 10-6, 10-7, or maybe 11-6
with those two guys? With those two?
With Aaron Rodgers?
With Aaron Rodgers? I think if we get Aaron Rodgers,
is that not
Super
Aaron
Bowl
Rodgers
contender.
as it is anyway?
What do you mean?
I mean, he's going to have the same record if he stays at Green Bay.
Yeah.
If anywhere he goes, his record's going to be probably 11-6, 10-7.
I think if he comes to the Broncos, I think the Broncos and the Chiefs are the two best teams in the AFC. I think he instantly the Broncos. So the Broncos have been so bad for the last 5 years that nobody really knows a whole lot about but there's some talent on that roster. The defense is stacked. They got young weapons. We just don't have a quarterback. So I think if there's any way we could add Aaron Rodgers to that team, I think they're instantly as good as the Packers were last year, and they were in the NFC Championship game.
So you're going to have a basic Aaron Rodgers year.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to have. I mean, he's not. I don't think there's anywhere that Rodgers can go in the NFL that makes them better than what he just had at Green Bay. He can stay at Green Bay and still have the same record.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere he goes, he's not going to go from being – he could go to Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers could. He would not make them a 15-2 team. He would still be in that 10, 11, 12-win season. And 12 is pretty good, 12-5. But, I still think he's the same quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be the same person. But, I mean, he's a good quarterback.
So Terry's trying to poo-poo it.
I'm not trying to poo-poo it.
I'm just trying to figure out what.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who's in championship games. He's only won one. He won a Super Bowl. Okay, great. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Is he better than him?
Yes.
You think so?
Absolutely. He's better
how many
Dilfer.
how many championships has he lost?
How many touchdowns Trent Dilfer throw?
I mean, we talk about last year, and Matt, this is where I go from. We talk about last year, everybody said it was Aaron Rodgers. Okay, at the end of the game, the ball was in Aaron Rodgers' hands 3 times.
No, you're right about that.
To win it,
absolutely.
and he did nothing.
You're absolutely right about that. But, I mean, when my options are Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater, I will absolutely trade the whole team for Aaron Rodgers.
I still can't understand why people put Teddy Bridgewater down.
Oh, he's not that great.
I mean,
I don't want him. It's a competition right now, and I will say I do not want Teddy Bridgewater as our starting quarterback. I'd rather ride with Drew Lock and just hope that he develops than go with Teddy Bridgewater, who is going to be average. He's going to be okay. He's not going to be bad. He's not going to be good. He's going to be all right.
So how do you see your division? Kansas City first?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all second? Local?
I think
local,
the
listen to me, Las
Chargers are
Vegas.
probably second. Broncos, Raiders. If we get Rodgers, I'd say Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
Are the Raiders not the other option for Rodgers?
They've thrown there.
They've got two quarterbacks sitting there in the stable. And you know, Gruden's not afraid to make moves and picks. Are we waiting on what's Green Bay? What are we waiting on? Are we waiting on Green Bay to finally say we're done with him?
Yeah.
Or are they just trying to make them milk the contracts out? Is that what the Packers' strategy is in this? Because I'm just trying to figure out. They've got to have a strategy.
It's all on Green Bay. It's what they want to do. They've got the power.
Why does Green Bay not just sit back and say, you know what, Rodgers, we own you. Either you're going to tell us you're not going to play. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to go with Love anyway.
I think that's basically what they're
so
doing.
So you just
honestly.
won't play.
Yeah.
We're not going to get nothing for you, but you're not going to go help somebody else.
Yeah. The only power Aaron Rodgers has is to retire. I mean, that's literally the move he has. Otherwise, it's up to Green Bay, whatever they want to do. They've got control over him for the next couple years, 2-3 years. I mean, they don't have to do anything.
All right, so I totally forgot about NASCAR, Terry, like a dodo. So we got to get on that real quick. So it's getting to the point of silly season where drivers are changing spots, changing teams, moving around. Sponsorships dictate a lot of this. Big news this week: Keselowski is moving over to Roush.
Good driver. Come.
Burton and the Wood brothers agree to team up.
I hate it for Matt.
What's he going to end up in, Terry?
I don't know. To me, he's such a great guy. I want him to get a ride because of the person that he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now will it be top notch? Maybe not. It might maybe not be a car that he's able to do. But the person that he is, I want him to have another ride.
Well, Kurt Busch is talking about 23XI. Are they going to add another car to their group? So just a lot of things moving and shaking in the garage right now. Kyle Larson signs an extra year at Hendricks. So if anybody was wondering about that. Schedule this week. Now the big news this week in NASCAR is we had a big birthday this week, guys. We want to get to do 7/16, which was yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yesterday was. Let me count the dates. 50. Ricky Bobby's 50th birthday.
Ricky Bobby.
Yesterday was Ricky Bobby's.
That's why we had to get to NASCAR.
50th birthday. That's why I had to hurry up and get NASCAR. Terry, I had a NASCAR note I had to get to. There's his driver's license picture. This is why they get them in these movies and stuff. They'll get the facts because they'll just do something stupid in the. But it's a Ricky Bobby, 1524 Robin Way, West River, North Carolina. 6'3", blue hair. I'm blue hair. I'm blue eyes, brown eyes. Sorry about that. Born on 7/16/1971, Ricky Bobby. So happy birthday, Ricky. All right.
Can't believe I missed it.
Yeah.
So this weekend, what's today's date? 17th. I keep asking that like an idiot. All right. How about we're in New Hampshire this week. 301 laps, 318 miles. The Foxwoods Resort Casino. Used to be, was that to go bowling something? But we are in New Hampshire. It's a mile track. Terry, short track racing this week. Got any favorites?
Kyle Busch.
You picking Kyle Busch? Is that who you're picking?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think home runs in Japan or minor league baseball should count? Is Ichiro the all-time hits leader? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Then please explain to Terry that he can't add up Kyle Busch's go-kart wins, his horse racing wins, his Challenger 3 go-kart wins, and say he has more wins than Richard Petty. Please explain to him that.
Well, back in the old days when you was running 65 races a year, you know, that Richard
They
won a
didn't
lot
do
of
that. That's a dang old wives' tale rumor.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, they ran 700 races.
3 races a week.
They ran 40 races, and he won 20 of them.
Raced on Sunday, Wednesday, and then Saturday again.
Just because he won twice the half the races in the year. But anyway, let's give a little insight into it. It'll be at 3 o'clock. Start time 3 o'clock. Rusty Wallace won the inaugural race. How about that? 1993.
Rusty Wallace.
The most wins.
1993. It's your birthday year.
Most wins. Jeff Burton and Kevin Harvick in New Hampshire. I'm gonna pull up the lineup for you guys. Starting lineups for Cup and Xfinity. Kyle Busch. There you go, Terry. Martin Truex on the front row.
There you go.
Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson. So, Kyle won the JV race last week, and his older brother won the varsity race. So, but Terry texted us about the results in the JV race and didn't text us anything about the results in the varsity race.
He wasn't going to beat his brother. Hey, he got his brother into the championship round.
That's
so,
what he did.
why would you beat your brother when you give him an opportunity? Yeah.
A lot of smoke coming out outside.
Finish second.
A lot of smoke, Matt. Let's see if I got any other news and notes before we get out of here today. See if we got anything else fun. The American Legion Cherville won last night to finish that off. They 3-0 against who are they? Mint Hill. And then they'll play the winner of Rutherford County and Queen City, who are still fighting it off.
Should you play that round if it comes up? So somebody want to be the area 4 champion?
Well, if it affects the seed.
Well, how you seed
in the tournament. So one team will get.
Cherville's automatically in it.
I know, but if Cherville doesn't win it, they get the 2 seed and have to play another area champion. If they win it, they get their 1 seed and they have to play another division runner up.
Yeah.
So it does matter.
Another one, for a credit.
Right, and then you get to sell more hot dogs, Terry. Never forget. Never, ever forget you get to sell more hot dogs. And the last thing, all those news from last week, Clemson. This is a fun note. 142 Division I baseball programs did not have a draft pick, and Clemson football had 2.
Clemson had 2 football players
2
drafted in the MLB
players.
draft.
Will Taylor and Bubba Chandler drafted in the draft. 2 football players by Clemson. 141 other Division I baseball programs with 0.
And we talk about North Carolina State. 8 of their players were drafted in second, third round. So there you go with thinking they all going to come back and take another run. That's not going to happen.
That's all the money.
And one more thing I like to think is the state tournament over here last week for Dixie. The Dixie Sweeties are going to Louisiana. The Dixie Angels are going to South Carolina for the World.
Do you know who won those?
And the Dixie Debs are going to Louisiana. So,
do you know any of those that won the tournament, Terry, off the top of your head? Do you remember?
What you mean?
Any of the state tournament? Do you remember any of the state tournament champions?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Those are the groups that won. Like the Sweeties are the young group.
I know that, but what was the name of the team that won the Sweeties?
Cherville.
Okay, so Cherville won all of them?
Yeah, they won all 3 of those.
Oh, okay.
The Sweeties, Angels, and Debs. That's what I was giving them credit for. They're moving on to the Worlds coming up. But
so now, with that said, I have seen a bunch of girls, softball players, all over the streets of Cherville selling stuff, and I know that sounded weird, but
well, I mean,
they got donuts.
Be more specific.
And car washes.
We'd like to
things.
thank Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina 828-919-3001, and Friendship Nissan 156 Oak Street Extension, Forest City, North Carolina 828-245-1661.
Play us away, JP.